What is going on, ladies and gents? We got Primetime MMA Fight Night 8. Got the pleasure of being joined in the commentary booth tonight by the one and only It's Mr. Valentine and Satchmo Life. How you doing, lads?
Good, mate. Good. Just excited to be back on the booth. Let's get shit popping.
Feel good, man. Ready to make my debut.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Good to have you in here, brother. Excited to get these fights going. As you see there, guys, we got EK Slick and EK Spider in our main event, Xbox side of things. Co-main event is EK Bang Bang up against TMF Machine Gun. Obviously, previously Night Legacy. Those guys are going to be pairing off in a contenders matchup for the PlayStation side. Winner's going to be facing Styles in the following event. Lots and lots to play for, guys. Obviously see Crypto and Pudgy on there as well. That's a massive fight in itself. Both very, very entertaining fighters. We're not going to waste any time with it. We've got one of y'all guys up first there, Valentine. KM Caliber making his debut up against Travis Is So Godly. So an interesting one to start us out. I believe we're going to be in Bantamweight for this one. Without further ado, brother, let's get it going. What can you tell us about Caliber there, Valentine? Like I said, I'm not familiar with him making his debut, but I know you guys have got a couple of killers up and coming, looking to make their debuts, and this is one of them by the looks of things.
Yeah, mate. I mean, other than the fact that he whoops my ass every time, yeah, he's been in the IXC for a while now. So him and Guns back in the days, you know, were taking over IXC. Caliber is just a well-rounded guy. I think he does MMA as a whole. He grapples you, clinches you, submits you, knocks you out. So yeah, I'm just keen to see what Travis Is So Godly got up against him.
Well, starting out quickly already, Caliber pressuring forward, taking the center of the cage there. Doesn't look like he wants to give Travis any sort of distance at all. Nice big head kick there already, Jesus.
Beautiful body roundhouse by Travis there.
Travis is...
oh, what a takedown defense.
He's looking pretty good himself, so is Travis. I mean, he's using some head movement at range, looking to just take his head off that center line, avoid those jabs and the such. Good takedown defense, but so far Caliber's doing a great job of maintaining the center of the cage as he goes for that trip.
Oh, beautiful Osotogari there. Chase there, goes for the crucifix, gets it.
Good.
Yeah.
Denies the first attempt. Now Travis just to be patient.
Yeah, this is good work for Caliber already. I mean, that's a good denial from that man. Obviously, sitting in the side saddle position, these elbows can start to stack up and really do some damage on the block, but now in the side sit-in position, raining down some ground and pound. This is not where you want to be early in the round there, Satchmo, if you're Travis.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you don't want to be in Caliber side control. I've played this man over 200 times. You can't get out of his side control. You can try. You really can't.
Oh, this is something he does really well. He goes for the sprawl to make the momentum transition to backside, which I actually did not know of prior.
It was a nice little addition, I think, in one of the last couple of patches, that sprawl position. Like you say, nice little option once you're in sprawl. No longer have to stale it out. So he finds himself in half guard though, and he's doing a really good job of
Beautiful post by Travis.
Yeah, I was going to say he was right in position really well, but now the submission's going to be pretty deep, guys. I would imagine with the stamina drain. The first one could be hard to get in, but
we do need to keep in mind this is half guard, you know, arm triangle, not the strongest submission for TJ or anyone else for that matter.
Yeah, it looks like the escape is well on for him here.
At least it's some good control time. He's been getting hammered out at the start of this round.
Yeah, we've seen it in previous matchups as well, guys. You know, those first submission attempts, often you just get some reads on your opponent, and when you get to maybe cinch in one a little bit later on in the fight, you can really start to take it home. But he did a good job of defending there. Now back up on the feet, and that was a lovely little body hook and a body uppercut following shortly after.
Oh, that knee.
Yeah, that could have landed.
Oh, Jesus!
It's rocked. Oh, his body is rocked out.
Yeah.
Stamina is looking so great. Head rock, body rock, you know. Travis just
Mixing it
needs
up
to
well.
get composed. Maybe he needs to shoot for a takedown and just get back on top, by himself sometimes. He doesn't want to do that. He gets knocked down.
That was horrendous for Travis. He's eating so much damage now on the back foot. Only a couple of seconds, he's gonna survive, but what a great end to the first round for the Kingsman there. Caliber, he's doing great work to start out this fight. An impressive debut, man.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Travis, you know, I'm trying to change up my game plan here completely, because that 1-2 head kick, you know, he could have maybe ducked it, but I think, you know, he was shot from his body rocks there, so maybe he needs to switch up the game plan here. Beautiful adjustment so far.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Head kick. Bad.
Yeah, he's going to the panic wrestling. Doesn't work though.
Really bad. You don't want to do that.
But he has to do something. That head movement staying there, but the body uppercuts maybe dissuading the head movement. Caliber's really starting to pick his shots and landing some really good damage with a 1-2 head kick again.
Kick again. This is really not good for Travis. It's so godly. Beautiful takedown defense by him. Goes for the takedown, gets the double. Now it's in his full guard. See what he can do from here.
Hey, those denials on point. Now finds himself in the full guard position. He's not going to stay here too long. Instantly postures up and slices over. Half guard, then side control.
Side control. Beautiful denial by Caliber.
You mentioned this earlier, Satchmo, that side control position seeming to be a favorite of Caliber. He's going to it over and over again and has had excellent work in that position so far in this fight.
Oh yeah, and if you know he can get a few denials off, he can either rain those elbows down, or there's that Kimura in the elbow as well.
Yeah, it's a brutal position. We've seen the likes of the champion on the PlayStation side, Styles, hand out much emotional abuse in that position, physical and emotional for that matter. But so far, Caliber's looking to replicate a really well-rounded MMA game.
Beautiful defense by Travis. Gets denied, reversed by Caliber. Goes for the half guard. Might end up in side control again. I mean, Travis is not doing anything wrong here. You know, he's waiting patiently to build GA. I think it's just not his time just yet. Oh, that was a beautiful transition attempt there, but he ends up in nice head movement. He should be fine. Head health is too low. Yeah, this is too slow for Comfort right now.
But he's done a great job of surviving so far, has Godly, but the damage is really starting to mount up, and that might be the final shot.
Yep, that is it.
Well, what a start for that man right there. That's how you make a debut. He came out, showed his all-round MMA game this evening, able to mix up the hands, the wrestling, did really good in those top control positions, and unfortunately Travis not really able to answer up to it this evening. He showed excellent defense in some really dire positions there, Valentine, but all Caliber this evening there, brother.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I couldn't be more impressed, right? I could have seen that come in because Caliber is just too dominant on the ground. You know, your best bet is against stand-up, and his stand-up is no slouch either. So yeah, yeah, I'm just waiting for him to, you know, make more.
Yeah, maybe he's going to be making some waves in the up and coming there, Satchmo, when you see somebody make a dominant performance like that in their debut. Obviously, you know, he's going to have to continue to fight up against higher and higher competition to see if he's able to continue to replicate that, but that's really good early signs from that man right there.
What I was saying is that he's an ESFL competitor. I'm not sure if you know that he's 1-0 in the ESFL. So until he gets onto the main card, he's going to be running through these guys at the prelims, in my opinion. You know, he's proven he's in the top of the top.
Well, very possibly there, brother. Very possibly. You never know. There's so many killers on the roster. You know, we've seen many people even you know, come through, have some early stumbling, and then obviously go on a killing spree. That's a great start for Caliber, though, and like you say, with him having a very well-rounded game, he may be a bit of a problem for anybody that he comes up against. But with all of that being said, we have another fun fight on the roster. It's going to be Tony time up against Rasputin. Obviously, Rara, an OG of the league. He's been around for quite some time, ups and downs, but always game and making some adaptations to his all-round mixed martial art kind of you know, techniques, a set of skills, if you will. But I am not too familiar on It's Tony Time. Have either of you come across him yourself there, guys?
No, mate. Huge fan of Rara Rasputin. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? So yeah, Tony Time better step up if not Rara's gonna put him to sleep.
Yes, sir. I mean, Rara shown a lot of great wrestling in the past there, right? Not necessarily so much on the striking element of things, but he looks like he's picking the Robert Whittaker pick here, which is an interesting pick for Rara. But expected more of the Chael Sonnen pick that we're seeing out of his opponent.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting pick from both sides, right? Sonnen, in my opinion, is actually a really solid pick. I think he's underrated pick. Even in UFC 3, I really liked him. Yeah, so I would be interested. But against Whittaker, I just don't know. Whittaker, you know, you want someone like Whittaker to fight Whittaker or Silver. It's just so hard to keep up with that power.
It really is. The speed of Whittaker might be on point as well here. Maybe a bit of a problem for Sonnen there, Satchmo. He's got a lot of power, but not necessarily the speed to go with it.
Yeah, I've never seen Tony fight before, but this the bad guy pick right here is already making me a fan.
You've gotta rate it. You've gotta rate it. He's done a good job of finding the mat early, grounding his opponent, and looking to work some nice little transition feints into that top mount position. Good early denial,
huge
and
denial there.
Maybe early writing on the wall for the way that this fight might go out. The denial's on point for Tony Time.
This is really bad for Rara. Beautiful switch out there.
Well, this is where he wants to be. If this is Tony Time, if I'm Tony Time right now, I'm happy. He got the fight to the ground. And he's not going to win the stand-up with Robert Whittaker, so...
No, at least unless he gets him a little bit gassed. I mean, the submission's in. It's very low stamina. I imagine he's going to get out with relative ease. You can see the escape going up very quickly. But as we've mentioned in the past, even if he doesn't get this, which it doesn't look like he will, this is at least an opportunity to make some reads. As he gets slammed on his head, the bad guy... Oof. Lovely work.
I wonder if there was a, you know, tactic by Rara to get him back on the stack guard position. Goes for the backside transition, gets it. Goes for the backside reversal, gets denied. Beautiful work by Tony Time so far. Oh, fakes the top mount into crucifix. This is really bad for Rara right now.
Yeah, this has got to be a bit of a nightmare there, Valentine. If you're Rara starting out, you know that your predominant kind of game plan is normally around the wrestling. So to find so much, you know, adversity in this early going, coming via the wrestling of Tony Time has got to be a bit of a confidence knock.
He gets the crucifix again. I mean, he's having, you know, no problem getting out of the crucifix. It's, you know, he keeps getting back in there, and you really don't want Sonnen on the ground on top of you. His ground and strikes horrible. It doesn't matter if you're Whittaker. He gets rocked on the ground.
Yeah, that head health started becoming a little bit worse for wear, and you can see the stamina already very low as well as he cinches in this arm triangle. Yeah, and this man's got a bit of a squeeze on him as well. It looks like the escape's going to be on, but he's tracing relatively well, so no, he fails.
Now Rara needs to, you know, wait for stamina to get back up before throwing those strikes or going for a transition, because this is just going to put him into a, you know, much deeper position or give his opponent a free transition just like that.
Yeah, honestly, Tony's looking fantastic in this early going, really putting it on. Rara with these brutal ground and pound to close out round one. That is about as good of a start as you can get to your first round. I mean, he's going to feel very, very confident going into round 2. Rara really needs to make some adjustment there. I mean, other than stopping the takedown, what do you do, brother?
Me?
Yeah, either, yeah.
I was going for the takedown, right? Throw a knee here and there. I mean, if I'm Rara, you got the speed on your side, so you want to start overwhelming him, right? Go for body shots. Oh, beautiful. Rara goes for the uppercut. See, this is what you need. You need to be pressuring him, make him go for that takedown, actually shoot an uppercut or a knee.
Oh, okay, Rara's turning up in the second round there, Satchmo, but he's just got taken down again. That's nightmare for him.
Well, hopefully he makes more of an effort to get up here rather than, you know, sitting in his guard.
Part of the problem, though, I think you'll agree, Satchmo, is he's not really looking to build up any of the GA, going for some of these big movements like that, you know, kind of upwards position from half guard, trying to reverse it. Needs to start to work his way back to guard and try to step up. Another big get-up attempt.
Really needs to wait for that stamina to get back up before going for these transitions, because that only slows your transition down when you do them with lack of stamina, making it easier to deny for Tony time.
Yeah.
Goes for the back mount, gets it this time. This is really bad for Rara. He needs to be very patient here and let him, you know, get him some reads on what Tony Time's doing.
Oh man, look at those, just queuing up on those straights. He landed a bunch of them. Some good defense as well from Rara, but once again he goes for a very big transition, and Tony Time's all over these denials. He really isn't letting anything easy go so far.
Yeah, I'd like to see him throw some more fakes out there.
Yeah, something, right? Or that, or some of the, you know, little kind of pitter-patter shots just to kind of build up some GA, because those big movements, Tony Time is just shutting them down left and right.
I mean, Tony Time's doing a fabulous job right now. You know, he's keeping him in his half guard. And Rara's making it too obvious at this point, you know, continuously going for the get-up transitions, which allows Tony Time to, you know, basically pre-deny those positions.
Yeah, could you imagine, without the Robert Whittaker pick, you've got to imagine his stamina would be gone, but that's a lovely back take, Rara. He needed that.
Let's see if he can get back up on his feet. He doesn't want to give that, denies it. Beautiful denial from Rara Rasputin, gets back up to his feet, goes for a body roundhouse, gets clinched, not the ideal position to be against Tail Sonnen.
Needs his back to get away from that cage line as well, as he gets taken down with the turning takedown. Sonnen is all over it. Tony Time has come out with a game plan tonight and is staying committed. He's had a lot of success with this wrestling approach. Rara showing good moments, trying to get back up, you know, when he was on his feet, throwing out a lot of strikes like you were calling for there, Valentine, but this wrestling at Tony Time is brutal.
Beautiful takedown. Oh, and a lovely reversal. Goes for the bulldog choke, maybe just to, you know, secure some points on the ground. I mean, Cyrez, if I'm Rara, right, I just need to come back with much more fire like I did at round 2.
Yes.
With my hands on the left and like a right trigger.
You need active hips and being able to sprawl out very, very quickly, but as you mentioned there, Valentine, you have to start this very quickly because you are 2 rounds down. I don't see how you couldn't be at this stage, so he needs a finish by all accounts. Nice little teep to keep the distance, and the head kick, body uppercut to follow. Rara's trying to get something going.
Oh, I mean, that's all he needs. Oh, he just needs to be throwing punches when he gets clinched up. Because once you start throwing those punches, well, you know, Tony Time won't have an answer to it. He just has to let you go. Beautiful takedown denial, man.
That's what he needs right there. He needs to knock a few takedowns because when he's up striking, he's been very successful.
Yeah, but once again, Tony Time finds the turning takedown, now raining down ground and pound from half guard. He's letting it all go, so I was going to say he may get reversed, but Rara using that to retain the full guard position. Needs to stay calm and look to work his way back to his feet here. None of these big transitions are going to be allowed.
Oh, beautiful denial there.
Oh, he goes for the armbar.
He goes for the armbar.
We've seen him get submissions in the past. He's tracing relatively well. Watch him have to camp out for that slam if he's able to trace it. Continues. Here's the slam opportunity here. Press X for it. He gets it.
He gets the slam.
Going for a ride.
He's fine because that isn't the strongest armbar in the game. Beautiful sprawl. Let's see if he gets a get up. Oh, wow. He secures the get up.
Separation needed. Now some hands needed to land on the chin of the bad guy. But the takedown again.
beautiful turning takedown by Tony Time. His takedown offense has been on point.
We're definitely seeing the real Shale Sun come out to play today.
For sure.
Definitely,
I mean,
like,
you cannot sleep on Tony Time's wrestling by the looks of things. You need to be all over your takedown defense. This is going to be very, very frustrating for somebody that is generally a wrestler themselves, you know, to be put on their back for such a long time. Good head movement, but with
beautiful.
the time ticking down, Valentine, this, you know, he doesn't have a lot of time left to work, but good reversal there from him.
Yes, Cyrez. I mean, the only other thing I could think of doing now would be to flip the position, right? Go into top man, rain those shots.
Yeah, he needs something big quickly because Tony has been almost perfect so far. The stamina is very low for him when he enters this transition into a submission attempt. Don't think he's going to get anything from it.
No. Yeah, I don't think he's got anything here. I think he, instead of wasting his time on that, he should have gone for a top mount transition and bring some shots, because that's his only bet right now. And with 37 seconds left on the clock, I just don't see Rara securing this one, unfortunately.
No, looks to be...
Beautiful work from Tony Time.
Yeah, it does look to be on course for a very dominant win. Does Tony Time there, Satchmo. I mean, you've got to be a little bit scared. Everybody in the league has got to be a little bit worried about this guy's wrestling going forward. Haven't actually really got to see any of his striking though, so you know, still a little bit unknown in all respects, but the wrestling definitely looking dominant this evening.
It makes me think that he might have watched some film in Rob Rasputin and saw some of his weaknesses, because to come out with a Shale Sonnen pick, that's very aggressive. Like, he's kind of a one-trick pony, so he knew he could get this wrestling done. He was confident in his game plan, and he got it done. All respect to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, you've got to respect it. You pick Chael Sonnen. You know that the guy is coming out to wrestle, right? And he did it impeccably this evening. Very likely securing a victory here. We've seen weirder things, but got to be the bad guy, you would imagine.
I mean, I don't want to count Tony Time out, right? Yeah, we saw his wrestling, but that doesn't mean his stand-up is not good, because we actually haven't seen enough of him, or any of him, if I'm not wrong. Because he picked Chael Sonnen, he might just wanted to roleplay Chael Sonnen and just, you know, stick to what Chael Sonnen's good at.
Yeah, exactly, brother, exactly. I mean, just because we haven't seen his hands yet doesn't mean that he doesn't have them. He really, really utilized that game plan of, you know, the Chael Sonnen, you know, kind of strategy, if you will, just coming out there, putting it on your opponent with the pressure, shooting the takedowns any opportunity he got, and just, you know, really, really putting it on your opponent once you've got them on the mat. That was a 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28 for It's Tony Time. That's, you know, a tough match and a tough loss for Rara. You know, I'm sure he's going to go back to the mountains as he has before. He'll come back looking healthy, always does. But Tony Time, onwards and upwards for that man right there. He did a fantastic job this evening. I was very impressed with that performance from him, man. You don't often see somebody come out and out-wrestle Rara that much. You know, the frustration was a little bit evident, I would imagine. You know, I think we can all agree from those big get-ups, he doesn't normally go for those. So yeah, very, very good match from him. We've got TMF making their first match of the evening, though, with TMF CIA Webcam up against one of your fellow teammates there, Mr. Valentine. KM Intro making his debut within the promotion. Should be another very, very fun fight. I think it might actually be both people making their debut. So
yeah, I believe both of them are. I mean, I've heard great things about Webcam, right? When I speak to Crypto, he mentions him. I hear he's a phenomenal striker, dangerous in the pocket. The only thing I can say is Intro's been doing this for a long time. Just not many people know him in the community. I do not see Intro losing a match, at least for the next 5 fights, until he gets a title shot. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Jesus, that's very high praise for that man right there. I am very, very intrigued to see how this one goes down, but obviously...
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't get knocked out in the first round now.
Well, the show of respect already from Webcam being reciprocated by Intro. Looks like they've got very, very game picks. Aldo v Holloway, two personal favorite picks from myself and yourself there, Valentine. We've seen these matchups a few times there, brother.
Oof, we've done these matchups plenty times as well. It's a beautiful matchup, right? If you're Aldo, I think, you know, Webcam's off to a good start, utilizing those knees and switch kicks to the body. That's all you need if you're Aldo, especially in the pocket against Holloway. You're not going to win against Holloway by head hunting. exactly what he's doing. And I think Intro should maybe start adjusting to this knees and switch. Oh, beautiful pullback there.
Yeah, that was nice and clean. Satchmo, I think you'd agree, maybe starting to chop on those legs of Intro would be a good idea as well, with the slightly more rangy opponent being Holloway.
Yeah, I believe Aldo has 5-star leg kicks. Well deserved, so if you're going to use Aldo, that's what you got to be going with.
Yeah, definitely got to set them up. But that's good inside work from Intro. Nice work. Got to be careful. The hands of Holloway really start to add up quickly. Nice spinning kick to the body.
Yeah, these guys are not afraid to throw kicks in the pocket.
No, they're showing some fairly high-level striking as well, and defense all round, whether it be the offense or the defense. Both high-caliber players coming out on the early prelims, showing some nice, silky, smooth striking there, Valentine. You'd love to see it.
Definitely. I'm really loving Webcam's, approach to this fight, right? Because I disagree with the whole leg concept. When I played Holloway, as low as his leg health is, his switch stance is like 96, I think.
Yeah.
Quite high. So it wouldn't be as rewarding as going for the body, because not only are you going to, right there, that's exactly what I was going to say. You're going to have Intro think low, and you have the opportunity to go high whilst draining his stamina, right? Oh, beautiful 3-piece by Intro there.
Low-key, this is a phenomenal fight, man. Like, genuinely, the head movement from both gentlemen, the shot selection, I am loving this one already. We are 3 minutes into it, 2 minutes potentially on the clock of the first round. What a way to start out this card, guys. Every single one of them have been throwing non-stop so far, and to go into this third one with such nice striking, you love to see it. Look at that. Jesus.
Beautiful slip. Now, if I'm Webcam, right, I'm loving the knees and the switch kick, but you want to utilize Aldo's body hooks. Aldo's body hooks are dangerous. They're like 5-star, 4-star, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right, brother, especially that lead.
Exactly. Utilize that with the leg kick. Go for a body hook leg kick.
He's using that lead leg really well, too. Like, he's going to mix it up to the body, going to the head. He's just got to watch out for Holloway to catch him, because he's throwing these in the pocket. And with that reach, he can definitely catch her straight over the top.
Did you just see that little rear body uppercut into the lead body uppercut?
Yep.
Just silky smooth. Those spinning body kicks as well have been on point so far. Got to see if Webcam's going to start to circle towards that power hand as he lands the jab straight. Now trying to fire off in the pocket. Very, very interesting first round, guys. Back and forth, very close. I don't know which way I would lean on that one. Maybe towards Webcam, I think, but maybe not. It's hard to call.
I would give that round to Webcam.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I thought he did a lot of beautiful work in the pocket. Just like, I've heard about him, right? He's such a dangerous man in the pocket. He utilizes his knees really well. What I would like to see from him is now switch it up. Now I'm pretty sure, Intro is thinking low, right? So now I would love to see Webcam throw some 4-piece, 6-piece combos with Aldo.
Could definitely start to play in his factor, brother. Aldo's got those crazy combinations with all of the power to boot. Opens up with a knee to the body, but gets caught and answers back.
Oh, beautiful.
Question mark kick. Follows him up with a switch kick. This is exactly what I said. This is what he needs to do.
He's doing a good job, man. He's starting to work on the body, but that's a beautiful counter from Holloway as he fires into the head kick.
Head kick. Do not
He's looking to finish it right here.
I think he might be fine. Oh, what a head slip from Webcam there.
Yeah, the defense raining through for Aldo. He needed it. That was very, very dirty. He was in it.
That was well needed for Intro too. That was well needed to establish some sort of dominance and get some respect in the pocket.
The uppercuts, he's looking to slip it, but then the hooks are coming around as well. These guys mixing up their shots beautifully. Still all to play for. Pretty equal considering the damage that's been put out from both guys.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised with the stamina management from both the guys, considering how much they've thrown and taken shots to the body.
I think that goes on to what you were saying earlier there, Valentine, with all of that beautiful bodywork that we've seen from Webcam opening up in that first round. It really starting to play dividends.
No, definitely. One thing I think Webcam should be aware of now is he's allowing Intro to set up those 4 6-piece combos. I've seen Intro throw a 9-piece combo, especially with Holloway. I think it makes it a lot easier to set those up, and he can get very nasty with body jabs and body uppercuts.
Absolutely loving the feints from Webcam as well with that as a front kick. Jesus.
That's exactly what
he dropped him again.
Head kick.
Oh, knee straight to the head. He was looking for that finish.
Throwing everything.
It's Holloway.
Oh well, we have a minute 50 odd on the clock so far. This round is looking very good for Webcam with a couple of little rocks that he was able to get. He's doing a good job of blocking his body, which is definitely needed because that cardio is starting to become a little bit problematic and the recovery is going to be better for Holloway in between those rounds.
And I should also, if I'm Webcam, I might stop thinking about doing those minor slips because he's doing them very naked. That's going to open him up to a lot of circular strikes, back fists, or wheel kicks.
Yes, sir. The feints are really on point from both guys, though. I'm very, very much appreciating it, especially that lead leg kick feint that these guys are looking to pull out on each other a few times now.
Beautiful jumping spin kick, sorry.
Yeah, there's 40 seconds left. I'm not sure who's won this round yet, so I'm sure both of these guys are looking to put a statement here at the last end of it.
Oof. Yeah, to be honest, I actually don't know how to score this round.
It's a very, very close one. I think the rocks have been more in the favor of Webcam, if I'm not mistaken. I would love to see the score, the judges. I would love to see these, the breakdown in between the stats.
Let's hope we get to see them because I would be very curious to know. Oh, there's that 4-piece.
Remember, Holloway dropped them early in the first. And you almost had to finish with the full guard.
Oh yeah, that's correct. He did get that drop and almost did get that finish too. Who knows, that might have been a 10-9 to intro. The first round was definitely a 10-9 to Webcam.
Yeah.
So at this point, I would say both guys need to get a finish to secure the fight because you just never know how these judges go.
That's the thing in these very, very close matchups. I mean, so much action. It's easy to forget about little moments like you. Great memory on you there, Satchmo, for sure, brother. These guys are firing off. What a start to round 3 for intro. Firing to the body and the head.
Again, this is really bad for Webcam right now. He needs to be careful. Beautiful entry to the pocket with that jab.
Yeah, look at the head health right now of Webcam. He's done great so far of being defensive, but this damage is definitely adding up. The shot selection on point, but he ends head kick to answer back. That's going to keep intro honest as we go over the last 3 minutes 50 of this round.
Catch. Rocks his body, goes for a jumping switch kick, gets it. Goes for another switch kick to the body, gets the rock again, just doesn't have stamina to finish his sequence there.
But he's doing a great job of mixing it up. I mean, basically everything is finding the homing. Intro answers back with a spin kick to the body again. This is horrible for that man right there with Aldo. Webcam eating so much damage, but trying to answer back with something.
I mean, both the guys have, very little body health at this point. Webcam has just slightly lower head health than Holloway, but Aldo's got the power, Holloway's got the cardio. Let's see how this goes from here, lads.
They seem to have
it's interesting to see Aldo take the center of the octagon, because if I'm him, I might have won the first. I definitely won the first round. I might have won the second. So I'm thinking, hell, I just want to ride this out and hope I get the decision.
Yeah, especially when you're this hurt, right? Or the head health, the body health, and the stamina's hurting. He's hurt the body of intro very badly, though. But his own body is also devastated. So, like you said, the damage is just too much right now.
Yeah, here comes the body uppercuts. Doubled up on the switch.
Oh, man. These guys, they are leaving it all in the octagon tonight. No judges are going to be needed at this rate. Look at these combinations.
This might be it. This might be it, lads. I think this is it. Yep. What a fight.
Early contender for fight of the night for sure. That brings, I think that was our last fight, the early prelims, and what a way to start out the event. Every single fight living up to it, but especially this one with both guys leaving it all in the cage, guys. They were not looking to go to the judges' scorecard there, Valentine, and, made massive adjustments, both guys, and really tried to push for that finish.
Yeah, mate, I could not be pleased with that performance from both sides. I mean, huge kudos to Webcam. Boy, did he put up a good fight, but like I said, right, I still stick by what I said. I'm expecting intro to go 5-0.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a very tough fight to start him out in the promotion. He did a good job. Obviously manages to continue on now, gets his debut win. Great for that man. Interesting to see where he goes, and with a lot of high praise from his fellow campmate. You know, we'll have to see how he develops. There's a lot of names in the league that I'm sure he's going to be very, very fun to match up with. So with all of that being said, though, guys, we're going to be moving straight on to the next one. We have our first PlayStation fight of the evening. We do actually have a couple more early prelims, this one being one of them. JM21 up against Assassin in Bantamweight. I'm not as familiar with the PlayStation side of things as of yet. Obviously interested to see these guys as they all start to develop. Obviously only opening up PlayStation a couple of weeks ago now with that Grand Prix, but those guys were all looking phenomenal, so looks like there's a lot of talent coming through from the PlayStation side, and this is the first one of the evening, so interested to say the least on how these ones go down. Bantamweight, Sugar Sean O'Malley, Cody Garbrandt, very, very fun matchup there, guys.
Definitely, mate. This is an
interesting
matchup. Yeah, sorry to interrupt there, Satchmo. This is the kind of matchup that I really like, right? Because you got an outside fire, you got, you know, someone who could be considered a counter striker or a pressure boxer, depending on your style of choice. You go with Cody, so I'm very interested to see how these guys play out.
Starting out pretty quickly there, Satchmo, looking for that tornado kick, brother.
Yeah, if you're Sean O'Malley, you're going to want to use those outside kicks. You don't want to really be in the pocket with Cody Garbrandt.
No, the power just a little bit too much, and that speed.
Ooh, that's a huge whiff.
I mean, he's throwing a lot of, you know, very, very kind of flashy strikes, but he's doing a good job of utilizing those to at least maintain some range, which is one of the biggest things that he's doing, you know, due to that flashiness. It's not always landing very cleanly, a lot of it on the block, but it's allowing him to maintain this distance and just continuing to fire off shots on Garbrandt. Cody needs to start getting on the inside, and sooner, at least by my gauge of this.
Oh, that is huge for JM21 there. See, this is the risky thing about unorthodox strikes, right? You just never know when to expect them or how they're gonna land. Beautiful lead uppercut there. Doubles up on the hook, triples up on the hook, quadruples up on the hook. He might need to switch it up because he's wasting a lot of stamina. JM21 could have easily countered that with a pullback uppercut.
Well, I think he just expected to stop at some point. 10 straight hooks.
Sometimes hooks, they rain through though, brother. Sometimes they will rain through. He finds the chin with them that time. Those long kicks from, you know, with Cody though, those front kicks, they're going to be a little bit problematic. The range is obviously on the side of Sugar Sean O'Malley, and you can see them coming from miles away.
Yeah, I think, you know, if I'm Assassin, right, I might want to utilize my hooks much better because Cody's got a nasty rear hook and his straight is just as powerful as his lead hook. So maybe use that to your advantage. Maybe go jab straight, lead hook, or straight lead hook, rear hook if you really want to double up on those hooks.
I mean, so far, O'Malley's looking very clean, mixing it up, not discriminating, going to the body, the leg, the head. I mean, Cody's having everything he can handle so far. I'd honestly like to see him tighten up it up and just really go to the fundamental of boxing, to be perfectly honest with you. Just start to work that jab a little bit better, start to slip his head off the center line as he enters the pocket. Too many of these front kicks and hooks are only going to be continue to be problematic for him with the rangier opponent just picking him apart from the outside.
Yeah, plus all these 1-2, 1-2s, you know, he's throwing them from range without, you know, getting into the pocket, so they're not even having any effect on Sean O'Malley there.
As long as O'Malley's able to control the center of the octagon, he's going to be winning this fight for the most part. If you're not pressuring with Garbrandt, it's kind of hard to beat against a lengthier fighter.
Yeah, unless he pulls out one of those Sunzzo lean-offs, you know, uppercuts up against that cage line. So far, it's looking like Sugar Sean O'Malley's just on the, you know, express to victory. Just really doing a great job of maintaining that range, being very unorthodox, and so far Cody having a lot of issues able to, you know, being able to kind of overcome that. He's continually just backing up though, brother. It's really going to be tough for him to really land anything on Sean walking backwards.
See, I don't mind fighting off the back foot as long as you're being proactive about it or reactive. At this point, you know, all Assassin has to answer all those 1-2s on those hooks, which makes it very predictable for JM21, right? You want to be able to do those lunges.
Sorry, brother, he's getting too loose. He's getting too loose. That is the finish and a half. The spin kick to the face for Sugar Sean O'Malley. That right there is how you make an entrance to primetime MMA. The sequence setting up that finish, the lunging strikes into the spins. Beautiful, brother. Beautiful.
I would love to see that replay.
We're
I'll
not.
show it to you.
To see that replay.
We will have to make sure we get that one back out. That's going to be a clip moment. That's a phenomenal finish for that man right there. We're having a lot of early contestants for some performance awards, man. We had a fight, you know, potential. Yeah, Jesus. I mean, how do you?
Easily.
That's gonna be hard to top that. Wow.
Speaking of easy, we got easy guess against TD Rivers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Easy guess, TD Rivers. I'm not familiar with either guy. I'm obviously very familiar with the Easy Kemp. I think these guys are making their debuts unless they've changed their names recently. The back, I'm sure, will update us.
I believe I actually fought against TD Rivers a couple times on rank last season. And boy, is he a strong technical striker. I don't know him. I've never, said anything to him or sparred with him. But the fights we've had on ranked have been 5-round wars. And I'm not expecting anything less. I do know Easy Camp very well. Just is a banging guy. Oh, it's J-Boss City. Okay, now this is interesting. Easy Guess is someone that I actually sparred with plenty of times without knowing his name.
Nice. Okay.
So this is actually going to be a really good fight because Jay Varsity is just as equally a technical striker as TD Rivers. I'm really looking forward to this fight now.
Yes, sir. I mean, it's in a prominent spot there, Satchmo, being our kind of featured fight of the early prelims. These guys starting out relatively quickly, looking to jockey for some range.
It's interesting to see the Tony pick. I'm not sure if this was after or before the patch that happened, but if it's after, he's gonna have a tough time even taking him to the ground. See, they lowered his bottom control by like 4 or 5 points.
Yes,
a lot of stuff.
That's nice body work. Yeah, Jay Varsity is ripping to the body early and doing beautiful work with it.
Dangerous.
I mean, honestly, Jay Varsity so far looking great. TD Rivers answering back with some body shots of his own, being fairly unorthodox. Nice catch of the leg kick and the trip to boot.
Beautiful team. If I'm Jay Varsity, right, I mean, utilize those calf kicks regardless of, Tony's recovery. Leg recovery is the least valuable one. So Antony has, I believe, 80s, 89, 88 leg health. So just snatch those legs away with Dustin's 4-star calf kick.
Yeah, that's something you definitely have to watch out for, but at least Tony, he has a very high switch stance as well, so if one leg is compromised, we can always go switch to orthodox or southpaw.
Something I'm trying to keep an eye out on so far is just those little shots on the inside. Poirier is doing a phenomenal job of landing them. Yeah.
Tony Ferguson's getting caught. He's throwing those kicks in the pockets. Not working out too well for him.
I'm really loving the body tease from TD Rivers. I really think, you should start mixing it up. But as I say that, he gets rocked in the pocket. Maybe he needs to start fighting from the outside with Tony or take this fight to the ground.
For sure.
They are starting out very, very quickly. 2 minutes or just under in the first round to go so far. A couple of drops for Poirier as he lands another couple of shots on the inside.
Oh, the slip straight. Comes in with a lunge. Was that a lunging hook lead?
I'm not too sure. Slip off hook, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, I get that Tony has like a 98 chin, but you can't just walk in the pocket with your hands down like this. Poirier's gonna drop you.
100%.
You can see the damage starting to be worn on Driver's face now as well, as Poirier enters the pocket beautifully once again with those leg kick into the body kick. So far being a very technical display for Jay Varsity. He's doing a phenomenal job, but eats a couple of shots as well. Obviously, Driver's doing a great job of answering back to the body. That's been his kind of key to success so far, is going to the body often and early as he goes to the head. Both guys having a lot of success, brother.
Yeah, to be honest, even though he didn't get those rocks, I feel like their head health is fairly equal. Yeah. Of course, Varsity is a little ahead, but with Tony's recovery, I wouldn't be surprised if they come back to this round with little to no different on their head health.
well, maybe a little bit deceiving. Like you say, the rock went in the side of Poirier, but there was a lot of damage actually getting through from Tony as well, as you mentioned, and the way he was going to the body, giving him a bit of a stamina advantage going into the second round. Apparently this is a 5-round fight. I hope that these guys get this fight done within the 3 rounds that it's sanctioned for.
You set up on that teeth.
Looks like
Looks
Poirier's
like,
batteries died here.
yeah, I was going to say his controller might have died there. Very nice of, you know, TD reversal drivers to give him some time to recoup himself.
Now, see, if that was me, I would have just been spamming some hooks. I'm getting my win, one way or another.
Oh! Jesus! Firing the shots!
Oh, down again.
I think you need to do that because that was a beautiful setup there.
The spin, that's honestly one of my most hated moves. It finds me every time. It does a great job of finding the mark with the chin. Right now, the damage is getting a little bit much, though Poirier is pouring it on. I'm not sure what's going on with this quality right now, but hopefully that settles.
Yeah, I thought that was just me. I was getting concerned.
It looks like they both did plenty of damage. Goes for a pullback.
Yeah, this is
Body
absolutely
to a hit
horrendous.
kick. Oh, it looks like Tony Ferguson.
21.
Bro, I don't know what just happened. That is disappointing to say the least, but it was the spinning elbow.
A spinning elbow to the jaw of J Bar City / Easy Guess.
At
Too
least,
bad we couldn't get that.
yeah. At least we got it in the highlights, right? That fight was, you know, a great fight. It was going very, very well for Poirier, but the quality issues at the end takes away from it very, very slightly. But the spinning elbow of Tony Ferguson means that that man is able to pick up a big W. You know, able to make sure that he doesn't have an O on his record for sure. That's a good win for him. And you know, coming from behind, he needed that, brother. He needed it. It was looking pretty bad, like you say. Even though the head health was a little bit equal, it did definitely start to go in the favor of Poirier until that big spinning elbow to close out that show.
Definitely. I think, you know, I would have actually loved to see that fight, but it's out of their control, right?
Yeah,
It happens sometime. It's extreme quality. But yeah, guys, either way, it was a good fight.
Well, with that being said, we now move on to our first preliminary fight of the evening. It's going to be an Xbox fight. I should say BSD Big E up against AJS Ghost. I'm not massively familiar with either guy. I've seen them compete a little bit in the past, but both coming from very well-respected camps within the promotion. BSD obviously body snatchers degree. They have a lot of killers on their hands. We're going to see some of them a little bit later on this evening. Obviously, like the BSD Pudgy, many of their guys have crazy hands. Valentine like to rip to the body often and early, and have a lot of wrestling to go with it as well. But the AJS guys looking all around silky smooth with their striking thus far, and have shown to be problematic with a lot of their guys, you know, climbing the rankings pretty cleanly.
No, 100% there, Cyrus. You know, we have Bang Bang saying this is his main event, and if it's his main, it's a main event worthy fight for him. I don't think these guys are going to let us down, so I'm really curious to see their picks and how the fight goes on.
AJS coming off his first win, so I'm sure he's trying to build some momentum here.
Well, looks like we're going to be having a bantamweight matchup. Jose Aldo appears to be the pick so far from Detroit, which I believe is BSD Big E.
Munoz. Is this the actual fight that's about to happen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I want Aldo to win in real life, so I'm going to hope for Aldo to win in this one too. I think that's Munoz. I'm assuming that's Ghost.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to root for Aldo with Big E.
Remaining impartial am I will call it. See you, brother, but these guys are it makes for a very interesting matchup. The shin.
Did they check the gloves for AJ's Ghost? It looks like there's cement in there.
Looks like there's cement in there. I don't know, brother. AJS Ghost with the Pedro Munoz pick. He's going to have one hell of a chin. Got great cardio, and he's got underrated wrestling as well.
Ooh,
but Aldo's got power
body
and speed, which is terrifying when you're standing across from him in that cage.
Yeah, and both these guys have crazy calf kicks and leg kicks. So I'm actually curious to see if either of them utilize that, because we haven't really seen that today. I believe on the card earlier last week, that was the highlight of the card, was leg kicks.
Seen some good head movement to start this fight from Munoz.
Beautiful body jab. A lot of guys utilizing body uppercuts now just makes me that much more happier to see, you know, bringing on new styles to the game. Nice double kick to the leg. Goes for a 1-2 head kick. Goes for a switch kick in reply.
These guys are throwing down here in the center of the octagon.
Yeah,
Definitely.
doing a great job of just making sure that some of these power shots are starting to get through nice and cleanly. Looks like Aldo's doing a great job of so far maintaining that center of the cage. Pedro's trying to answer back, mixing up to the body, but those kicks are really, really powerful, brother.
Yeah, and I feel like Aldo's a lot stronger in bantamweight than he is in featherweight, so I would love to see some of those switch kicks and question mark kicks from Aldo because they come out a whole lot faster.
But I believe Munoz has steel checks, if I'm not wrong. So
I believe so. I believe he does.
That's a great observation. One perfectly timed check can really, really try to change the complexion of this fight. But as you mentioned a moment ago, he feels great in this weight class, does Aldo, because he's just, you know, you're used to fighting with such a height deficit, and you no longer have that when you come down to this weight class, but still have all of those qualities of the power and the speed of Aldo, that Muay Thai combinations that you can mix up.
Oh
hurt.
my god, what happened to his leg health? I did
Well, I
not
saw him
remember
lead.
that.
I saw him leading with that leg kick into the pocket. I guess he got checked a few times. So it's like one good one from Aldo. He's limping.
Yeah, I should have paid more attention to that. Now, this is going to be very bad for AJ's Ghost there. He needs to, you know, get this fight to the ground. I know Aldo... Oh! Rocks his leg back.
Turns the favor right there.
These guys doing a great job so far, just jockeying back and forth.
Alright, looks like we jumped ahead 20 seconds here.
You froze up for a moment there, did you? Glad that we're back.
Well, the guys going back to basic boxing towards the end. I believe the first round does go to Aldo.
Yeah, it was very close, but I give the edge to Aldo as well.
Gonna get to see the stats here. Yeah, Aldo got the 23 significant strikes for 13, 68 significant strikes for 38. Landing a big clip of those shots.
And quite even on stamina, surprisingly.
It looks like none of these guys want to take a step back. They just know.
Honestly.
Front kick.
Yeah, Aldo looking fantastic tonight. He rocks him and puts him down now, raining down some shots in the clinch position.
Oh my god, that is huge.
This could be it. It really could. Like, he's pouring it on right here.
He goes for the takedown. Beautiful judo throw.
That's pretty smart to get back up and you got a hurt opponent. He wants to pour it on right now.
Oh, nice little sidestep there from Munoz.
Firing off these shots on the inside. Is he trying to go to the body? But the hook is there.
Oh!
Was that a body hook tracking to the head?
Yeah, he went to a... No, I think he went lead hook. I think he went rear body hook into the lead hook and caught him on the head. That was a beautiful shot that puts him down.
Yes. I think he went for the lead body hook, rear body hook, lead hook up top.
There it is.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Catches him clean, man.
Beautiful.
Board.
Separating that man from his consciousness. That was one hell of a fun fight, but BSD Big E putting on a clinic this evening.
And as always, Bang Bang was right with his prediction. What a fight.
Yeah, Bang Bang knows a lot of the guys that have got their hands in there, so if he's saying that the guy's going to be coming out with some heat, you know that that's true. Mark of approval by Bang Bang, for sure. But with that one being said, guys, we're straight on to the next one. Another PlayStation card. We're going to be having Salvador up against TMF STD8. I'm not too familiar with the guy, obviously. He's one of the TMFs, though, one of the PlayStation side, so I'm very, very intrigued in how he's going to be matching up here. Obviously not familiar with Salvador either. I don't believe we saw him in the Grand Prix. But all to play for. Bantamweight's a very, very fun weight class to fight in there, guys. So many different options.
Definitely right. I'm very curious as well because TMF, you know, those guys have been making moves on the Xbox side. I'm really, really curious to see how they, you know, pair up on the PlayStation side.
Yes, sir. They are loading in as we speak. I believe I saw a Cody Garbrandt pick, which I did, up against Peter Yan. Petra Yan?
Peter Yan.
Yes, sir.
Peter Yan. Piotr Yan. There's so many ways to say this man's name.
I'm just going to go with Peter, bro.
And I'm going with no chin. Let's go.
No chin, no chin. Okay. We got Cody Garbrandt has the hands. I don't know, man. His hands are so clean. I have recently leaned more towards Rob Font.
His hands did get nerfed a little, if I'm not wrong. They took his accuracy down.
Really?
They did up his chin.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, they did give him 88 chin and a +2 on chin, +1 on recovery, which is really good because he did not have it good before. Oh, that was beautiful slip straight lead hook there.
Getting active early, these guys are. Salvador using a lot of these lunges off to the side, trying to evade some of the, you know, straight shots of Cody, but...
Am I right to assume Cody is TMF? STGA?
Yes, sir, that is correct. Salvador is Salvador, and then Wavy, like over there, is I believe is TMF, SDD.
Good uppercut.
Oof, beautiful switch kick there.
You know, when you're fighting this Peter Yan pick, you really have to start off strong because if he gets his force of nature going, it's like rolling a boulder down a hill. Ain't gonna stop.
Really, man.
Truly, brother, truly. He did a good job of getting the fight to the ground, though, and this is an excellent adaptation by him. Something that really is going to start to play dividends as this fight goes on with the Cody Garbrandt pick, even though he's got that +1 recovery that you mentioned. You know, grappling, definitely not one of his stronger points, off his back, at least.
Oh, beautiful. Face of Kimura into the backside and Sekiosa this time around.
Salvador not wasting any time getting himself back to his feet. Now finds himself up against the cage, able to circle off and stop that knee. Now trying to pressure forward and chop to the body, then the head.
The head kick is very big for Salvador.
Oh, big uppercut.
This is what you need to be careful of. 1-2 head kick, sits him down, goes for a double knee, maybe an uppercut, gets the uppercut in. Now this is where Yan comes in, right? You can take these damage. He's literally like Tony Ferguson in this weight class. It's so hard to put him out. Goes for the wall kick, not the most powerful strike from Cody.
Oh, mate, those shots are nice and clean, though. The lead upper into the straight, some of the favored shots right there of Cody. He's gone to it a few times and finds the mark once again.
It's a nice 1-2
Useful
down
dot.
the
I would have loved to see Salvador pivot out of the duck and, you know, throw a couple hooks off his own.
Looks like we've got Cody trying to keep it short and sweet, firing out the occasional straight. Check hook. Jab straight, keeping it clean with the boxing. Looks like Salvador's marching forward, though. Still trying to be the predator in the situation. Ripping to the body.
Body hooks.
Oh, man.
Sits him down.
Oh, the round saves the man. I don't know how that fight.
Also, I'm going to the second round. I like to see Garbrandt go for the body a little bit more because Jan's moving his head a lot. I think if he's going to want to be able to hit the target, he's going to have to start going to the body.
It's an excellent
Definitely, and I think this body uppercut would definitely do a lot more damage as he's slipping.
Yes, sir. And you know the fact that that body upcut can track to the head when they're starting to duck across that center line as well. So excellent observation. See if he looks to utilize that. He's gone to that spin kick a few times, and every time it's basically landed on the block at minimum. The stamina may be a little bit problematic for Cody Garbrandt at this stage, but not going to be a problem if he can set him down here.
He's pouring it on.
Down. Doesn't able to get it just yet. Goes for the takedown, gets denied. He might need to back up.
Yeah,
There's a huge stamina differential right now. Like I said, he needs to go back to the body. If he doesn't get this finish right now, it's going to be a tough road ahead.
What? after knockout by TMFSTD8 with the duck, the roundhouse, and throw that hook.
Yeah, I told him he needs to get the knockout right now. I guess he was listening to me. Wasting no
Oh,
time.
man, that was beautiful.
So
Now, actually, oh, clean.
want to see a dead body? That's one right there, bro.
Run his jaw around, mate.
What
Yeah,
a
he's gonna
fun-ass
be-
fight, Jesus.
He's going to be
What
challenging
fight?
Sean O'Malley for the knockout of the night.
Yeah, literally.
Well, another great fight getting us through this card, step by step, banger after banger. We're going to be having TMF Draccio up against Mystic Mac next. Mystic Mac's been around for a very, very long time. He was a champion on the UFC 3 side of things, had very, very clean boxing, liked to utilize that jab, and did a lot of good work from behind it. Up against Draccio, though, these TMF guys, they're coming through, as you mentioned earlier there, Valentine, and they've been doing fantastic work, so he's going to be up against it this evening.
If I'm not wrong, Mystic Mac, was he not champion or contender on UFC 4?
He's not been champion on UFC 4, no, brother. I don't think he hasn't quite had the success that he did in 3 quite yet, but obviously looking to maybe make a change to that right now as he enters in with Sugar Sean O'Malley, a very, very rangy opponent, and with his style of utilizing that jab and the teeps, this is an excellent pick for him.
I was going to say, I believe that Mystic Mac was a champion at IXC this season. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe he did take the lightweight belt at some point. So
I read the font pick, though.
Yes,
From
sir.
Dracula.
You know that I love the Rob Font pick. He's been the guy that I've been leaning towards in this weight class. The hands are so powerful and the boxing is just incredibly clean. If there's a man that can go jab for jab for O'Malley, it's definitely Rob Font.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, especially with the buffs, I think he could easily stand up against Yan. Maybe not on the ground, but stand up. You know, I would pick him over Yan any day.
Looking to utilize that jab to the body on the entry, but he's eating some shots from Mystic Mac as he's firing out that jab of his own.
Beautiful straight lead body hook there.
man, it's looking like we got a lot of title fights out here. It's another 5-round fight.
Oh, is it really? Quality slacking, I think, but it's okay, it's okay. These guys are not going to go to the judges' scorecard by the looks of things, starting out very quick, raining in some shots to the body, firing up the uppercut is Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Goes for the takedown, Sekiosa. Interesting choice from Drake here. Maybe just wants to slow the pace down, or, you know, give Mystic Mac something else to think about. Gets put into his full guard there. Sekiosa gets up.
They are firing at it. I like the body work from Draccio, man. Firing that jab straight into the lead body hook. You love to see it. It's looking very, very clean as he tries to back up O'Malley again. Mystic Mac has got to find something right now because he's missing a lot of those kicks as well.
I mean, Mr.
that,
Mac, I would like to
jab
see
as
more
well.
boxing, right? Like, right now, I just feel like he's boxing with fun, which is not his strong suit. Not Mystic Mac's Sugar Sean O'Malley's. You know, you want to be kickboxing with Sean O'Malley. We saw the damage his kicks can do.
For sure, brother, for sure. He definitely needs to find it. I think that so far Font's done a good job of, you know, evading those kicks. That one was a good one there, and again. I mean, look, it's not going to rock him, but those are good, powerful kicks that are definitely taking a bit of a chip effect on his stamina.
Doubles up on the jab. I would love to see for Mystic Mac to throw at least a couple teeps in, right? Just to use it to find his range. Because right now, Font's kind of dominating everywhere. I feel like, you know, he's controlling the stage. I feel like Mystic Mac should take it away from him, utilize those teeps, utilize those push kicks with Sean O'Malley, whether that's a side kick, as he enters the pocket, because that's going to give you a huge stamina drain.
Sure, that's a
He's going-
good sidestep. Jesus, sorry, Satchmo, but he's doing a great job of evading those strikes, stepping off.
I would say he's really using that jab at range to find his range, but he really needs to combo it up with something else. That jab's not going to win him a fight.
Look at the slip off again with the straight.
Ooh, beautiful slip straight.
Yeah, interesting first round. We see good shots landed from both gentlemen. I think I'm leaning towards the Rob Font in this one, although we are seeing a lot of highlights from Sugar Sean O'Malley right now with those 2 body kicks that landed earlier.
Yeah, I think Rob Font won that round as well.
I actually don't know, so I'm not going to say anything. But
definitely winning this round so far, coming out very, very quickly.
Pulls
trying to answer
into a
back.
straight, doesn't get rocked.
Oh, Jesus. Mixing up those shots, trying to answer back is Mystic Mac, but looks like Draccio is on the hunt for the finish. Marching his opponent down up against that cage line.
Draccio's loving, 1-2 lead body hook. It's been money for him all day.
It's a beautiful combination.
It's like these guys woke up today, man. That second round buzzer, something happened. They woke up, they're ready to start throwing fists.
I think they realize maybe it's 5 rounds and they can't be letting it go that fast. They're getting active early, brother. Throwing hands at this point. Oh, man. The shots are clean. Like,
I would love to see more straights from O'Malley, right? Because he's got that looping cross, which is money. If he can land it, as I say that, he gets a hook, gets a rock.
Mate, these guys trying to queue up some massive combinations on each other.
Goes for it again. Unfortunately, it tracks to the body this time. He might want to set that up better because you don't want to rely on that one thing, because what just happened last time to Yan could happen to you easily, right? That duck into a lead hook.
Yep.
Would be nights out.
Yeah, he's setting all of his combos up with that jab straight here.
Beautiful double leg bail into a trip.
This could be very, very beneficial for him. Rob Font doesn't have the best grappling overall, but I mean, neither does O'Malley. As he gets a good get up though, that was nice and quick for Mystic Mac, as he now finds himself back up against the cage line, landing some good shots, trying to probe in with that jab.
Gets taken down yet again. If I'm Mystic Mac, I need to be more careful, right? I need to utilize those teeps. With Sean O'Malley, it would be very silly for you to not utilize any of those kicks and rely purely on boxing other than the head kick. You got the jumping switch kick, you got the tornado kick, you got the wheel kick, you got the spin kick to the head.
Yeah, if this is his game plan, it's probably just the wrong fighter pick, to be honest with you. Like, there's Cody Garbrandt, Peter Yan, Aldo even, are more suited to this playstyle.
Yeah, you don't want to be eating those 1-2s from Font, man. He's got the reach to match you. Oh, the spinning elbow doesn't get the damage done, gets the slip straight off, not able to get anything off. Beautiful answer from Mystic Mac there with the 3-piece, throws a teep to the head.
Yeah, he's trying to get active and get some damage off, but his cardio is a little bit lacking. We'll have to see how he recovers in between rounds, because he's landing some good damage over the last couple of seconds of this second round.
Stamina is lacking, like you said, Cyrez. O'Malley is guilty of his stamina. So third round into the fight, I think Font should be good. I don't know his stats, but I'm assuming it's in early 90s, 92, 94.
Yeah, we don't get to see it, of course, in this fight. It's off, but that's a massive overhand.
What the overhand! Beautiful defensive head movement from Draccio there.
Yeah, he's doing a good job right now, trying to pour it on is O'Malley, landing that uppercut in the exchange right there. Draccio has to be careful. He's got a lot of power in Rob Font's hands, so if he can just find one correct slip, he may be able to change the momentum, but O'Malley looking ever clean in this third round so far.
Nice 1-2s from Draccio there.
Ooh,
gets interrupted, gets robbed. Oh, that head is bobbling around everywhere.
Yeah, O'Malley's starting to catch when he comes in now.
It's not good for Font at all. Oh, the lack of cardio kicks in, not able to get the finish. This is where shot selection comes into play, right? You want to be very careful. He gets a drop, not able to jump on him. Guys, when you get a drop, throw a jab, not a straight, because it will be quicker to jump on.
He's dropping some knowledge for us right there. I didn't even know that.
Definitely don't queue up an overhand. You'll be swinging it there. Very, very probing jab. I mean, he's utilizing it much, much better in this third round. Is Mystic Mac.
Well, I guess here, if Draco can survive for the championship rounds, he might be able to.
There are no championship rounds, brother. I don't know what we're going to do. I think we're just going to have to decide for ourselves who won the course of those 3 rounds, but these guys are not sanctioned for a 4th and 5th round, although this is a fun-ass fight. They've got to get active, take it out to the judges' scorecards. They've got 1 minute 40 left to do so.
And going to the ground isn't the best way to do it with picks like Font and O'Malley.
Hey, maybe Rob Font's got an arm triangle stuck up his sleeve or something.
Not from the back. So, you know, he needs to get back up. Beautiful get up from Mystic Mac there. Ooh, nice jab. Oh, get sat down. I don't think the fight might go to the next round.
Both these guys have wobble chins. There's O'Malley dropped.
Oh, this fight is going back and forth, lads. I just don't know who's going to get it at this point. I feel like I'm edging towards Mystic Mac.
Oh, I thought they both got knocked out.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god, man.
That's just disrespectful.
3 seconds left to get the job done, and he did it.
Yeah, they both got knocked out. He woke back up first and landed one more punch to make sure.
Madness, man. Absolute madness. Swinging bombs, trying to get that finish. We appreciate it. Taking us out of that, difficult situation of having to judge it ourselves with the overhand of doom from Sugar Sean O'Malley. Mystic Mac getting the job done once again.
Crazy fight. Crazy fight. Love the picks, right? I just Mystic Mac, big fucking kudos to him for getting the fight. Next time, please, bro, please pick fucking Petrian or someone if you're going to do this playstyle, because you would be a lot more effective with him.
So yeah, so I mean, he like I said, he didn't utilize the kicks as well with with Sugar Sean O'Malley, but he really started to find a bit of a home for it later on in the fight. And obviously, mate, that last little sequence there, he just kind of said fuck it and let everything go, because we don't often see him just kind of go crazy like that, do we? He really left it all out there, man. With that being said, though, guys, we're moving straight on to the next one. Of course, we're going to be having a fun-ass fight between these 2 gentlemen right here. Going to be having a PlayStation card between Random the One v Magical Cloud. It's going to be a lightweight bout. I am not overly familiar with either gentleman, as they are new, obviously, from the PlayStation scene, but as mentioned a little bit earlier on, the PlayStation scene coming across with a lot of good talent so far. Obviously, they've been putting on really fun fights all round, so intrigued on how this one's gonna go down for sure, man.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I am not familiar with anyone on the PlayStation unless they've been on Xbox. So whether it's Random the One, Magical Cloud, Magical Shroom, just wanna fight, lads.
Well, I will say that the PlayStation guys definitely have his beat when it comes to gamer tags.
When it comes to gamer tags, they get the hyphens in it.
Yeah, I think they can go up to 15, 18 characters.
Yeah, it must be nice.
All right, gonna make that a little bigger. Yeah, these guys now matching off. Looks like we're going to be getting a Dustin Poirier pick up against Tony Ferguson. We saw this matchup a little bit earlier on in the evening. It's a fun matchup to have in this weight class. You've got the power of Dustin Poirier, the obviously just the ability to overcome so much damage with Tony Ferguson, and he has that really deceptive power to go with it there, Valentine. It always makes for a very fun fight.
Nasty razor wire perk, man. The 6-12 elbows, spinning elbows, back fist, lead back fist. He's got it all right. This man can spin for days.
Yeah, if you're going to use... Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, that was it. It's fine.
Okay, I was going to say, yeah, if you're using Tony Ferguson against Dustin Poirier, you got to go lean towards that creativity. Because, Dustin only has the basic boxing packages for the most part. Tony's got the lead spinning back fist, the side kick, the spinning side kick. He's got it all.
Really good.
He's got the wheel kick. He's got the whole package, right, when it comes to spinning. Hopefully, we can see Random the One move forward with his selection.
Yeah. He's having a deep, dark think about it right now. I don't know whether or not he's just weighing up his options with the Tony Ferguson pick. If he decides that he's going to try and mix it up.
Choice between the white shorts and the black shorts, mate.
It really is.
Very hard.
The alternate ones, he's chugging them out there. It's whatever variation he decides to go for. Do you know what, bro? You look great. Champ shit only. Let's go.
Yeah, mate. Let's go.
Okay. These guys are now ready to go. Loading in our Like I said, fun-ass matchup is this one. Dustin Poirier, Tony Ferguson. Interesting ways that this can play out, and interesting to note the grappling a lot of the time able to be nullified by each other because they both have that really, really useful rubber guard, which can be a nightmare for your opponent.
Yeah,
sorry, Sachman, go on.
I'm not really sure how Dustin Poirier has the omoplot and the gogaplot. I guess some of the devs are just feeling he needed more of a buff, but he definitely got that go for him.
What? That's a way to start the fight. Throw a flying knee in his face.
Another one.
Why not?
DJ Crowder.
And he went to that again, man. He's had great success with it. That's the unorthodox style of Tony Ferguson coming out. Third time. All it takes is one slip for Poirier to send him to the hell, though, so has to be careful.
Yeah, he might not be wanting to rely too much on that knee. Maybe set it up better, first time success, second time success. Now it might get too predictable, and like Cyrez said, all it takes is that one slip straight, right? Or slip hook. And he gets sat down with those crazy basic boxing combos, lads.
Yeah, well, I told him going into this fight he needs to rely on that creativity. He definitely is listening.
Nice try on the Superman jab there. Didn't even know Tony had that.
That time he gets sat down on the flying knee.
Lucky for him, he's got about 99 Chen here, so he will survive.
Yeah, I don't think he will get finished that easily. Goes for the back sitting transition. Very interesting. Gets the half guard. Gets put back into full guard. Denies the backside transition. Let's see if he can posture up and get side control. Oh, interesting. He chooses to stand back up, which could be smart.
Well, I thought he was going to have some good success there because Tony was kind of squirming like a fish out of the water when he got to the ground.
A little bit, yeah, but I think that the power that he was able to land, now he knows that that flying knee is obviously a favored strike of the random one. I think he's going to try and capitalize on that as he goes to the uppercut again. A lot of this bleeding through the block, guys, and becoming a bit problematic for Tony Ferguson.
Oh, this is dangerous. His head health is very low. He doesn't want to do that flying knee that set up. Gets sat down again. This is what I mean. You need to say, what? Overhand. This might be it, lads.
Yeah.
Yep. That is all she wrote.
Do you know what? Magical Cloud making the necessary adjustments there. He saw that flying knee that rocked him early. He said, not anymore. That time he backed up and landed some beautiful strikes to close out the show. Very, very intelligent performance by that man after that early rock.
Yeah, well,
look at that ragdoll. God, that's dirty.
I think he got confused. He didn't really want to be in the octagon. He wanted to go to some Cinderella class, start spinning around, jumping around. You can't mess around like that in the octagon. You do too many of those flying knees, you're gonna get caught just like that.
Too much acrobatics can lead to some problems for you. We've seen it happen in the octagon one too many times. This time, that very unorthodox setup and, flying knee after flying knee attempt not going his way. I mean, it looks beautiful when you get a flying knee, but it looks even more beautiful when it's set up, perfectly.
Exactly.
When you throw that one flying knee to land it perfectly, that's when it looks that silky smooth. But great work by Magical Cloud to pick up that victory. Like I said, after that early adversity, that man doing a great job this evening. Going to be very interested to see where he goes from here, and obviously we'll have to see how he gets matched up as he moves forward on the PlayStation side of the rankings. That does take us one step closer, of course, to our main card. Right now, we are going to be taking a fight between Easy Nuke up against, is it Kobe's?
Kobe?
Yeah, Kobe.
Kobe 12 or Kobe 1Z?
Think that's the
Kobe's?
one, brother? Yeah, either one. This man has had a couple of performances now, obviously just like Easy Nuke. The Easy camp, you know that I rate them very, very highly, of course. I trained with Adjust in the past. He's got very technical striking, as I brought out on the last card, or mentioned on his last performance. And a lot of that has been pushed through a lot of the guys within the camp. You see them all have very, very good striking. Interesting to see how Kobe approaches this one. It's another fight in the lightweight weight class. I don't know if you're familiar with either of them yourself there, Valentine or Satchmo.
Yeah, I've fought with Nuke a couple times, right? Great striker. I mean, I just knows how to pick his guys, right? Varsity, whether that be Easy Guess, Easy Nuke, Detox. He's got phenomenal strikers in his camp. I just not a great striker himself. He's a little shit. But yeah, he's got good strikers in his camp. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Nuke's fight. I've fought Nuke a couple times. I think this is going to be a tough fight for Kobe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know too much about these fighters, but what I do know is that they're both coming off a loss. And if I can speak from experience, when I come off a loss, that next fight, I'm coming out there swinging for the fences. I want to get a damn knockout. I'm angry. So it should be a good one.
Right. I believe they might be still matching up, just waiting for their streams to load in.
Yes, sir. They are just walking in now, as you see them. Oh, it is a little bit out of sync from the last fight since they were on PlayStation. Apologies, that is back in sync.
Oh, it's Easy Kobe.
Yeah, Easy Kobe. Oh, one second, they're both Easy? That was not flagged up to me. Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's why it was Kobe Easy instead of Easy Kobe.
Starting out nice and quickly with the jab of Nathan Diaz.
Nathaniel, let's go, bro.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, this is actually a very interesting fight for me, because both these guys are so hard to put away, but I prefer this fight to go more towards Kobe just based on the picks alone, because Diaz just doesn't have the power to go with his shots like Gaethje does.
Yes.
He's a 5-round fighter, and you only got 3 of them, so he's got to put in a lot of work in a short amount of time.
Exactly, mate. Best bet. Couldn't have said it better myself. Like, especially with Gaethje's leg kicks, I don't know how strong Diaz's legs are, but I do not think, they will be able to match. Oh, there you go. We have the answer to that.
He's got like 3.5-star leg kicks. I've tried to use Diaz. It's very tough to have any success with him, especially against the power hitter.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Especially against someone like Gaethje who can just stand in front of your face and not worry about backing up. Goes for a pullback elbow, so close.
Yeah, he did a great job of evading there. He needed that.
Now the 1-2s are very, very annoying and frustrating to fight in, especially when you fight a Diaz, right? Because those looping crosses hit hard on your controller. Beautiful slip there. Doesn't get the trip, switches back into orthodox.
I will say I'm liking the movement from Nuke. He's been using the lunges and some good head movement here to start out. So if you're going to use Diaz, that's probably the best bet to avoid getting hit.
I would worry about the stamina a little bit right now. Maybe, wait till you get somewhat in range to throw those strikes. I know Nate does have good cardio, but you don't want to gas yourself out this early into the fight.
Getting active. The power of Gaethje is, very, very troublesome. Even if you are Diaz, take something like that to sit you down.
This easily could be it, and that's it. All it takes is one sequence from Gaethje, mate. He is
well-timed uppercut.
The Easy Boys showing up and showing out, throwing bombs from start to finish, and Kobe able to find some savage shots to sit down Diaz, man.
What a fight, eh?
See, I personally don't think Gaethje is that on meta of a pick just because his grappling's so poor, but if you're going to put him up there against a striker, he's one of the best.
100%, eh?
Another fun fight in the book, my guys. Easy really did turn up in that one. Camp v Camp. Very, very fun matchup. We're going to be having another Xbox bout next. We're going to have Havoc up against Eastside. We've seen Eastside compete a few times in Season 1, I do believe, and also the same for Havoc. It's going to be our first middleweight fight of the evening, so going to be interesting now that it's switched up. Bear with us just a moment as these guys get set up against each other.
We did have another middleweight fight, didn't we? With the Son and...
Oh, sorry. We did have another middle. My apologies. We did.
I'm not sure how much y'all know about Havoc, but I know Eastside, I brought him into the league, you know, he's still trying to find his way. I'm not really sure if he wants to be a striker or a grappler yet. He's still trying to, you know, find out how he feels about each of them, but he's coming into his own.
No, definitely, mate. We've all been there, right? Not knowing which way to go. I still think the best way to go, it's easier to learn striking first and then grappling, in my opinion, because I always find it harder when people start as a grappler. I'm not saying it's any easier, but I just find it, you know, it flows better when you can, because every fight starts standing. Unless you can get that takedown, you know. So I would always suggest, you know, you start off with your basics and then go take it from there. Eastside going with the Whittaker pick, not really surprised, because you would be silly to not pick him in this weight class.
Yeah, looks like Havoc going for the Vettori pick. Normally indicates to me that he's going to try and mix it up and maybe utilize some of that wrestling as well. Going to be really, really useful against somebody like Whittaker, because you're not going to have, you know, be able to match that speed of Whittaker. Oh, these guys took a quick moment, turning the HUD on. We'll come back to them in a quick second. Not quite sure why that happened, but oh, are they back and they're ready to go? Apologies. Okay, we should have trusted in them. Quick hands. Did they manage to get invited and able to go again straight in? They do load.
Yeah, see, I like the Vettori pick. That's personally who I use at middleweight. He's got a great mix of wrestling. He's got some good health stats, and his boxing is it's good enough to hang in there. If you can just keep it in range, put the pressure on, you'll be all right.
Yeah, as long as, you know, you're not fighting someone who's an outside fighter, right? With someone like Izzy, for example, I think Vettori is a solid pick in this division. I just don't know how good of a pick it is against Whittaker, because he can just crack anyone's chin. He can crack Romero's chin, and I don't see Vettori's chin being any different.
Yeah, it can be, but the power of Vettori is very, very deceiving. It doesn't look like we're going to get to see the health stats of Whittaker, but, you know, that's by the by. I'm sure we'll see him wear the damage on his face, and obviously it's going to be evident if he does get caught. Nice pull back, though. That was good defense from Eastside, showing off that he's got some defense to go with his offense.
Nice slip straight there. I'm also liking the adjustments from Havoc already. He saw Eastside throw a couple of slip straight, so he's starting his combos off with a lead hook. Right there. Oh, just a lovely pullback from Eastside. He's gassed out. This would have been the time to go for a takedown. Gets the takedown, secures it. There is no stamina. Could go for an arm triangle. Secures that too.
This could be real bad.
Very big for Havoc right now.
Look, these early ones are hard to get, but with the stamina being low, he's going to have the option to now slice over into top mount. Great denial. That was essential for Eastside. Needed to slow down the offense, but not for long, as he gets a posh up and a couple of shots, but maybe the action slowing down a little bit, settling into the position. You know you want to hold the position once you have got them down, especially if you're Vettori. Maybe slow down Whittaker a little bit.
God.
He's got those hooks in.
Mate, those are some heavy shots.
Exactly. And one thing not many people know is if you posture up, your stamina regenerates quicker, so you don't even need to throw strikes postured up. If you throw just one strike and wait for your stamina to regenerate and go back down, it's no harm done. Oh, it's a head kick on his way in.
That big, powerful shot from Robert Whittaker. I believe that's one of his updated movesets. That's a big uppercut, though, from Havoc.
These guys are throwing.
This is a war right now. I don't see this fight going past this round by the looks of it.
Not if they continue this way, brother. They're throwing bombs start to finish. As soon as they cracked the chin, looked like they were going all out.
That's smart, though. You get the takedown, slow the pace down.
Yeah, that was crazy, and one of them was about to go to sleep, so Marvin Vettori, Havoc, deciding that he's not going to risk his potential win in the fight, takes it down. Not for too long, though, as Whittaker's done a great job of standing back up and now just trying to pepper some shots.
I like the head movement we're seeing from each side. That's right there. He's been able to slip a lot of shots.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, man. He's doing a very good job on that pullback. Got to be careful that he doesn't eat a straight from Marvin, though, because the power knock of that front kick hits him square on the chin. going to be able to survive? Answers back with the lead uppercut straight. Back and forth. These rocks are hard to call which way this is going to go on a dime.
I would love to see that, classic 1-2 ducking roundhouse by Whittaker. Because that kick is 5-star, if I'm not wrong. And it looks like that could work well with that slip straight that he just did there.
I agree with you, Valentine. That, and obviously just going back to the one that he landed a little bit earlier on, Robert Whittaker's one of those guys that's got a very, very nice lead head kick. So you can even go jab straight, lead head kick and try to cover that range as he's pulling off the, pulling off. But so far, these guys are trying to empty everything they can in these early rounds. They're not going to have much if it goes past the first couple of minutes of the second and third round. So imagine that we're going to see one of them face down on the canvas sometime soon with this sort of output.
Definitely, man. I'm actually surprised the fight went past the first round with all those rocks and knockdowns. But looks like, Vettori's had decent recovery. Now, you don't want, Whittaker to get that recovery in between rounds because he's got, 98 recovery, the highest in the division or even in the game?
I believe so, brother. I believe so.
Beautiful team there.
Marvin may be the guy, like you say, that's going to... Oh, man, that's a huge slip straight.
Great. Beautiful double up on the body there. Goes for a 1-2 lead hook, rocks him, doubles up on the body again, triples up on the body, gets an uppercut on the fourth one. You need to be very careful when you go for the body that much.
Get your hand out of the cookie jar.
Literally, mate. Literally.
I thought that was going to close the show right there, but the overhand from Eastside. Not able to follow it up and put his opponent down, but it was a big rock and the chin looking a little bit suspect for Vettori as Havoc gets the takedown that he needed. With 3 minutes left on the clock as well, there's still plenty of time to work if he can keep his opponent down. But Eastside does a great job of standing back up. For how long, we shall see.
Now, I would imagine Eastside's, Whittaker's cardio to be taken ahead compared to Vettori, given the amount of strikes he's been throwing.
Yeah, look, he continues to go back for that pullback as well. I'd love to see Vettori maybe go, jab straight and then follow it up with a off time straight to try to catch him as he's leaning back, but lots of elbows.
Oh.
That's what is dangerous. If you can eat those elbows and just fire a lead hook off that block counter, that is going to do a lot of damage.
Yes, sir, and it makes your opponent second guess their ability to just press a couple of buttons. That's a lovely rock, though.
I mean, right now, I just want him to, throw those straight as a second strike, regardless of his first strike. If you're so worried about the slip, I think this might be it.
It could be, brother. Technicality went out the window in that first round.
Yep,
Bombs are coming.
Beautiful fight from both the guys, right?
How many stuns do we see in that fight?
I would love to see the stats, brother. Quite honestly, I think you'll agree. I think you'll agree, Valentine, brother. These guys, when they came out, they got, as soon as one of them got clipped, they just threw the technicality kind of out the window, started throwing some massive bombs at each other, and it made for one hell of a fight.
Literally, mate. Yeah. I'm actually very curious to see if they're going to show me the stats, because that was a lot of rocks in those 2 rounds.
It was an insane output.
No fights we've seen today have gone to judges.
Mate, they often do not in primetime MMA. 8 stuns and wobbles. Jesus!
I didn't realize Marvin was getting that hurt. I thought it was pretty even.
Yeah, so did I. I did not realize it was 8 rocks for Whittaker. I was imagining it the other way around.
It did seem a little bit more equal, but I think it was in that last part of the round. There was a couple of rocks just back to back that happened. Definitely a little bit more equal early, but what a phenomenal output from those guys, and you love to see it. You get those slobber knockers, like I said, that could happen anywhere, man. that could have been in the back, whether it be on the main stage here, that could have been in the, some car park somewhere. These guys threw down on a napkin, hit each other, and didn't back down at all, man. Didn't back down at all. They really, really were just flying shots in, kind of stuck in that tire, if you will. We have had non-stop action start to finish so far. Every single fight has not failed to deliver. We're going to be having our next PlayStation bout of the evening BB, Purple Urkel up against Bollywood Benjamin. These guys, I do believe, were actually in the Grand Prix, not able to progress in it, but every single one of those guys in the Grand Prix showed very, very good all-round games, so I'm interested to see how they match up. Yeah, obviously PlayStation's still very, very relatively new for prime time at the moment. Lots of these guys looking to make a name for themselves, and in the bantamweight pick with Peter Yan and Sandhagen, this is a very, very fun matchup.
No, well played. Respect. Okay.
Sandhagen's not a pick we see too often.
Yeah, little bit disrespectful.
Sandhagen's a weird pick, right?
He is. He's kind of like the new Cruz, though. Not as much with the movement, of course, but just I find a lot of people who used to pick Cruz are now going Sandhagen. I still personally prefer Cruz, but he has a lot of unorthodox striking that can be utilized very well, and obviously he's very rangy for the weight class as well.
Him and O'Malley all up there with the tallest man. They were for 6 foot, 5'12", something like that.
Something like that for bantamweight. That's a massive height, brother.
Definitely. Oh, goes for the double flying. He goes for the Superman. She hits the lead elbow there. Secures the takedown, which is, I personally believe, is a smart choice because you want to take the striking away from Yan in these early rounds. You know, you want to do as much damage as you can on the ground. Beautiful denial. Secures the side control here. Goes for the side saddle. Gets the sprawl by Purple Yokel. Gets up. Let's see. Body knees. This is dirty right now.
Oh, two to the head. 3 to the head.
Good. Now, he doesn't have any stamina, right? All Benjamin needs to do is throw those strikes to his face. Or that. Or knee to the body. There you go. That's all you need to do when you're in that position.
Big uppercut, brother.
Goes for the overhand.
And Benjamin's been unorthodox with his attempts at strikes so far, mixing up single shots, high variance, hooks, straights, overhands, knees to the body, front kicks, everything he can muster up against his opponent. Peter Yan not even really trying to take too many back steps, though. He's trying to answer back when he can.
Oh,
Sandhagen is not respecting Jan's power at all. He's just walking right into this pocket, and he's doing very well so far.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes by Yan is that one slip, one duck, right? With Sandhagen, not as much, because he's got, what, 88 power? Yeah. Now, given how strong Yan is, you need to be careful, because he will crack that chin right open.
Yeah, it's almost like a role reversal we're seeing. With
literally,
Sandhagen pressuring and Yan countering.
Yeah, exactly. I would have definitely, you know, when I saw the matchup, I would have definitely thought it would have been the other way around. Because Sandhagen is a lot more, you know, viable for those counter strikes with his unorthodox play style.
Spin kicks doing nice body damage to Benjamin. His cardio becoming a little bit worse for wear as he lands on a straight and then a body hook. That's great work.
It is.
Body's taken a lot of damage for Benjamin there. This recovery is not going to be helping him at this rate. He needs to stop blocking low, get that takedown, do something different. As I say that, he eats more body knees. This is not looking good for Benji.
There's barely been those spinning side kicks. Well, now Sandhagen throws them, but Jan's been using them really well. I think that's what's slowing down the body health.
Yeah,
Lovely
I believe,
hook.
you know, when they go for a spinning side kick, you should be able to counter with a straight. As I say, they hit his body will pop.
Those guys just hit bucket at the end there, throwing some crazy strikes. The spin gets kneed in the body. That was a bit of a manic way to end out the first round. I wonder if they're going to approach the second one in a similar fashion. Oh!
No respect.
Yeah, 0.
Oh, that's what he gets.
Some may say karma. We'll have to see if he's able to close the show out now. You have got to respect it, though. He did say at the beginning, you know, no respect. He wasn't coming in to touch any gloves. You've got to understand some guys are just here to scrap, and looks like Purple Urkel is one of them.
The body is looking very bad. As I say that, he gets rocked again. Beautiful catch off that knee.
Yeah.
That might have saved him the round so far.
Would you?
But it's too early.
I think these guys may need to slow down a little bit there, Valentine. This is a phenomenal pace these guys are setting on each other.
Especially Sandhagen. You see his stamina is worse for wear right now.
I'm also Purple Urkel, right, Satchmo? I mean, he is ahead of the fight, but you slowing the pace down doesn't make it, you know, any less of your round than it does. by you moving fast, because it allows you to be more composed, get more reads in, and choose those shots better.
Yeah.
Beautiful step back.
Don't imagine we're going to be seeing these guys go too much longer if they continue at this sort of pace. Honestly, it's been absolutely non-stop action, throwing strikes in the pocket once again. Like you say, especially Benjamin, that body knee is landing over and over again for Yan, but the uppercut again. We've seen that a few times tonight.
Keep your hands in the cookie jar.
Yeah, you don't want to triple up on those. Keep it mixed. I can't remember who it was that went lead body hook, rear body hook into a lead hook. If he threw that there, that could have easily been a knockout. Oh, as I say that, he sits him down. He might not need any more. Just a body knee. Oh, and the body kick. It's a very bad place to be for Benjamin right now.
Yeah, this man's almost dead. This is what he needs, and he needs to keep him down. But Purple Urkel back to his feet and just raining shots on the body. You know that he's going to go back to it. The body is blinking over and over again.
Oh, see, the thing is, I just don't know what Benjamin can do. There's just no stamina left in him or body health. Yeah, he can get those takedowns, but there's always another round in the fight. It's not going to go to judges anytime soon.
He's been able to sidestep those spinning heel kicks, so if he can, get a good shot, those stun him really often.
That was a poor shot selection there. I really wouldn't have gone for that wheel kick. He get knocked out by a body knee. I believe that's the first in prime time.
That was a massive knockout, brother. Came out of nowhere, flying. Was that a spin kick it was to the head? If I
that was just a body knee.
It was a body knee? I caught it on the corner of my eye. Okay, I saw the animation out the corner of my eye as I was trying to set these guys up. That was a lovely body knee. He had gone to it over and over again. It's not surprising that it was a body knee. Now that I see it in the replay, of course, he had been going to it over and over again, and we've seen how hurt his opponent's body was moments before that finish. So, good win for him. He wasn't here to play games this evening. Threw hands from the beginning. Did not want to touch gloves. Not here to make friends. You got to respect it, man.
Man's not here to make friends. He's got plenty of them. He's here to get some dubs.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. With that one being in the book, though, we are going to be moving straight on to our next. We're going to be having the one and only TK Perp, first performance of the TK boys this evening up against Zombzz. This one's going to be in featherweight. You know that featherweight's one of my preferred weight classes. Once again, got a lot of very, very interesting striking options from that weight class. Not so many wrestling options, or grappling options, but lots and lots of fun strikers for sure.
How can you forget about Josh Emmett, mate? Come on.
I said not many, brother. I didn't say there was none.
Best wrestler on this planet.
He has got an overhand from hell as well.
Literally.
Yes, brother, yes.
All the wrestlers have overhands. Chandler, Alvarez. Everyone.
You can have Charlie Oliveira's if he gets a good weight cut. But you don't see him.
See, I feel like Oliveira is just perfect weight right now. I just don't see him performing to the standards he's performing at lightweight. Because I don't think he's a hard hitter at lightweight, but he's going to be a much softer at featherweight, in my opinion.
Well, he's an option available. He's available if you want to go grapple.
Yeah, he can grapple, but I feel like right now he's doing his thing, and I'm more curious to see who he's going to go up against next.
Well, it looks like we got a Max Holloway versus Max Holloway mirror match. Pretty often you see this at featherweight. He's clearly the best striker in my opinion. You can argue Connor, but Max is the guy.
No, easily, mate. And Holloway vs. Holloway is always a good matchup, right? When you look at it, it's very hard to pick someone against a 5-star Holloway. The only other pick I can see making sense is Ortega, and that's if he implements his wrestling. Or Connor. But other than that, there's just no other matchup.
Starting off early here.
Oh, beautiful slip straight.
Going to that combo again, that hook lead body uppercut. He's already thrown that about 3 times the first 30 seconds.
Oof. Oh, you don't want to throw those switch kicks in the pocket. He eats those shots. Beautiful back out by Zombzz there. I wouldn't have suggested that head kick, but he had to go for it. Goes for that slip lead body hook, lead body uppercut. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that was good head movement from him though. He's been able, even though he got hurt, he was able to dodge the incoming strikes.
Oof.
But man, those body shots in the pocket are hurting him right now.
Definitely, mate. I think he needs to stop going for those body kicks. I think that's where he's going wrong. It's not the body, shots. I think it's more the switch kick in the pocket.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Maybe switch it up. Go switch stance, go oblique, go jumping spin kick. Do something to get your range, even a teep, a push kick, instead of that switch, because that's going to get you in a lot of trouble, just like that. Oh, that was a little too close. There we go.
Yes, if you want to kick, this is the range you want to fight at. You don't want to, sit someone there throwing 3 hooks at your face while you're trying to throw a switch kick. It's not going to end out too well for you.
Yes, Holloway might have a chin, but Holloway beats Holloway. The other Holloway has a chin too. Both the guys just standing and banging.
Yeah, this great little matchup. Lovely check off him right there. Looks to throw up the head kick as well. Once again, we're seeing a lot of these guys like fight in the phone box, man. As soon as they kind of meet each other, they really just start to unload with combinations.
I don't blame you. I don't like fighting off my back foot either. I like to be the one setting the pace, so someone's got to earn that right.
Yeah, gotta rate it, brother.
I think fighting off the back foot is the best way to go, mate. As I say that, my man needs a head kick and another up.
This is it.
Left him.
It might be it. Holloway does not have the best finishing power in the division. So he survives for now.
Yeah, no, that was a good good defense right there from Holloway. I say Holloway, brother.
TK Perp.
Yeah, that was good defense there from Perp.
Beautiful denial there. Now that I'm wondering if he went for that fake into a side saddle again. Goes for a cartwheel kick. Very interesting choice of strike. Oh, both the guys slip each other. Now, Perp's stamina is very, very low. Yeah, Holloway has good cardio, but you might want to save that little bit and wait to recover over the round.
Yeah,
instead of going all out right now.
You're right,
he's not going to win the round.
And I mean, ultimately, even though he has fantastic cardio and the ability to recover, this is only the first round with potentially 2 more on the clock. If he doesn't get his opponent out there, that cardio is going to be shot.
Yeah, even though Perp lost that round, there was some good moments for him. He's able to move his head well, and he was counter-striking pretty well. It's just those kicks in the pocket are really hurting him. Every time he throws one, he's getting caught.
Definitely, and his accuracy was not bad at all. He did 42 out of 99.
I think I saw a quick flash on the statistics there that he actually landed the most significant strikes as well. So, like I said, a very interesting match. Thus far, these guys maybe going to take a little bit more of a technical approach in the second round, but doesn't look like it so far. They're kind of firing these bombs off on the inside once again, looking to make quick work of their opponent.
That check's been money for Zombzz right now. Beautiful slip there. That flying knee, not able to capitalize anything off of that.
These men not here for a long time. They're here for a good time as he fires off those shots on the inside, landing a lot of them right on the chin of Perp. I would love to see a spinning elbow given the amount of time he slipped. My man read my mind.
Go for some knees to the body here. Seen a lot of people use this card. This knees to the body against the clinch, but pretty effective.
Oof. Oh, another flying knee. It's just hard, right? Holloway's got a chin from hell, mate. Like, you're not going to catch him off with a standard flying knee. You need him to slip into something or throw something or cue something up to get the maximum damage and vulnerability off. Goes in with those 4 or 5 piece combos, not able to land them all. His cardio is taken a hit. His head is blinking. Beautiful lead elbow there by TK Perp. Goes for a head kick in the pocket. Again, not the wisest choice of shot selection. Needs to stop throwing those kicks in the pocket against Zombzz. Beautiful.
I think that's honest.
Head movement.
That's honestly single-handedly losing him this fight right here. He's done very well outside. I mean, they're pretty evenly matched, except for those few times he's gotten caught off guard. Ooh, beautiful one too.
I definitely agree with you, Sashmo. I think that's the only mistake he made, but that might just cost him the fight at this point. He decides to stand up, maybe realize, he might not have the finishing power there. Smart move from Zombzz.
Yeah, he's getting a good lead in this fight so far. Now his head health's looking, obviously the better of the two cardios, looking the better of the two, landing a lot of good shots. The head health blinking of Perp. Honestly, only one or two more clean shots could separate him from his consciousness, so has to be very, very careful and look for his counter opportunity, but what a knee!
Was that a body knee that just tracked to the head by him
Yes, sir.
down?
Yes, sir, yeah.
I think that is it. This could be it, lads.
It's got to be, brother. It's got to be. And he does. He puts him out. Lovely performance by Wobbsy.
Thank God Herb stopped that one. That was getting ugly.
Yeah. I mean, TK Pub, like Satchmo said, right, he did very little wrong. It was just that one thing he did wrong that cost him the fight. If he can go back to it and stop that, and beautiful adjustment from Wobbsy to take notes of it during the fight and implement his new game plan as the fight went.
Yeah, he did a great job, man. There's a big win for him. You know, these mirror matches, especially the Max Holloway ones, they can be very, very tough. You know, when you get a little bit of a lead or kind of able to make some adjustments and start to get a bit of an advantage on your opponent, it can really start to snowball a little bit. And he did a great job of just maintaining that lead once he was able to get it, and obviously closing out that victory nicely.
Declare the winner by knockout.
Couldn't have said any better.
Well, with that one, ladies and gents, we are moving straight on to the next. We're going to be having a TMFer up next. TMF Cryptic Optics, sorry, up against TO Soul, 2 Soul. I believe that you have trained a couple of times yourself with 2 Soul. Am I right, Valentine?
That's correct, mate. Literally spotted him the other day just before I hopped off my Xbox and my battery died. So we actually couldn't get the fights in that I wanted to. He's a very, very nice guy, beautiful striker, and you know, as long as he's able to push forward, which is the only thing I've found to be his downfall in the past, because he loves to be behind the cage, and I haven't had much opportunities to fight with Cryptic Optics. If he's a pressure fighter, then he's going to help out 2 Soul. But if he fights from the outside, he's going to give 2 Soul a good run for his money.
I do remember 2 Soul fighting before. Like you said, he really does like to walk himself up against that cage line, which is an unorthodox striking style for sure. You don't see many people that comfortable behind those black lines, but he's definitely somebody that likes to fight off that back foot. So we'll have to see if he's going to try to walk forward a little bit more than he has in previous matchups. Doesn't look like it so far. Looking to opt to go back there and look for those counter shots. Cryptic's going to have a lot of power though. The TMF, Dustin Poirier, that's the sort of power that carries throughout the entire fight as well.
Oh, beautiful side kick to push him towards the fence there. Nice double stop on the body. Both the guys very patient, trying to find their range. Now, this is the kind of fight you'd like to see, right? Trying to get a read, trying to get a feel for your opponent. I love the ones where they go at it and bang it out. But I also really, really enjoy these technical fights where they take their time and see where they can implement, what part of the game plan.
Yeah, and you normally see this as it progresses throughout the card. A lot of the early fights, people are a little bit newer to the kind of competitive scene. They tend to kind of go a little bit more active in those early rounds, and as you advance, the guys start to rein it back a little bit, become a little bit more technical and calculated as he gets a lovely reversal. Dustin Poirier is no slouch in the grappling exchanges for sure. Got ground and pound and submissions on his side.
Now, if sorry, Satchmo,
so you really don't see too many creative fighters in this league, so it's just interesting to see, what his game plan is, what he's going for here.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, 2 Soul is more of a Dustin fighter. So, I've always seen a big Poirier in this weight class, and I believe he chose Restless Smasher. I might be wrong.
That's interesting. Normally you see the Muay Thai or the Jiu-Jitsu guys when it comes to creative fighters. So
actually, it might be the Jiu-Jitsu guy. Yeah, it might be the Jiu-Jitsu guy, because I know he was fighting with Vanguard and Sharp for a while with Let There Be Light. So now Poirier does have the rubber guard. He goes for a joint submission, which is very interesting at this point. I'm assuming he's just doing it to get a read on Cryptic. Too short to get a clear read from my opinion, but maybe he's just trying to set up different transitions from there. Goes for a side control fake to top mount. Beautiful transition fake there. Again, goes for another joint stop.
That was nice.
He went to the side control.
Reversal. Oh, did he go to side control? Okay, my bad.
I think that's what he wanted to do. He got caught in the half guard.
Yeah. I think it was actually the transition denial though that manages to get him back there. Right now, staying very, very active on top. is Tusol raining down some good shots. They say there's a restless smash up after these picked, so he's going to have the ground and pound and top control, but the stamina is becoming a bit troublesome for sure.
Oh, beautiful back-setting transition there. He gets the backside instead. Let's see what he can do with this. I mean, if I'm Cryptic, I might just let the fight, you know, carry on from here. Beautiful reversal.
Oh, nice denial. Stops that ground and pound for the last couple of seconds, but kind of tale of two halves. These guys having mixed results on each other. You see 3 significant strikes to 4 significant strikes landed. A lot of top control from Tusol, which nice little adaptation in his game, since we normally see a lot more counter striking out of him. So the wrestling, a nice approach and a nice adaptation, you know, to his playstyle. An excellent little ripple that he's added in for sure.
I will say, though, that Dustin was looking pretty good off his back. He's getting a lot of denials. He was able to stop the ground and pound. So, I mean, even though he probably did lose that round because of control time, it's pretty promising for him.
Definitely. And I think this is going to be a much slower pace fight, right? I don't see either of those guys rushing for the finish. I feel like they're going to wait for the finish to come to them.
Yeah, and it's an intelligent approach. You know, you don't want to waste your stamina. We see in the second round, you know, first time this evening that they've come in with this high of a stamina, you know, into that second round. It's down to their management, their shot selection. They're not going crazy, as you mentioned, picking those shots very, very technically, Valentine. And so far, it's been a pleasure to call it. I'm sure that these guys are going to be looking to land something silky smooth, but like you said, not trying to rush it by any means. Just kind of picking each other apart technically at the range.
Beautiful
Did that overhand land?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I was actually quite impressed with that setup there. Now, only thing I would like to see as an adjustment from either you know, Cryptic would be to start his combos off with circular strikes, or Tusol to stop moving his head movement naked, because that is not only going to put him in a lot of vulnerability, but it's also giving too much away. You don't want to utilize head movement when there is no strikes being thrown at you.
I think Poirier's, he might be the superior grappler from what I've seen so far. Even though he's not using the wrestler, he's having a lot of good success on the ground.
I would agree, mate. By the looks of it, he does seem to be the superior grappler by this far. But I have seen Tusol get, you know, full guard armbar in the last round and get a dub off of that. So it would be too early, in my opinion, to count either of those guys out. I'm very curious to see what Cryptic's trying to achieve from this half guard position right now. Bosses up into full guard. Oh, he did have the free transition there. Wasn't able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, we haven't been able to get much to going in the striking realm. So maybe this grappling, you know, giving him a chance to recoup and get some damage off.
Yeah, I'm fully down for a grappling fight. You know, it's, of course, it's, you know, lovely for all the viewers to always see, you know, knockouts and crazy rocks back and forth. But sometimes, you know, a good wrestling match is no less interesting than a good striking match, right? Because you get to see how these guys focus on GA, how they work their denials and their fakes, and
Yes, yeah, for sure. And they, you know, basically it's just an intelligent approach to the game to be able to mix it all together. These guys have shown nice technical striking so far. Now they're showing that they're well versed on the ground as well as they're riding and jockeying out these positions. But, you know, this is a very intelligent approach from both guys, and honestly, it's a high-level matchup. I'll have to, you know, we'll have to see how it kind of plays out over the last round. But who are you leaning towards so far, guys? What have you got? Who have you got winning going into this third?
I've got Poirier, mate. I feel like he's done enough. I don't know if the control time from the first round was enough for Tusol to get that round, because he did land a lot more strikes.
I'm seeing it 1-1 right now. I think first round, I think it was close, but I gave it to the creative fighter. And then second round, I definitely saw Poirier. He did a lot of damage. Was able to get that reversal, never really let go of the top control.
Potentially all to play for in this third round. Nice little opening sequence, seeing the step off, but then the uppercut landing for Cryptic, looking to land those body uppercuts. Looks like they're going to really start letting go in this third round when they've got so much stamina to do so. This is exactly what you're going to see from these gentlemen now, trying to empty the gas tank.
Yeah, well, they got all of
I mean, this is the best time to do it, right? They they got plenty of reads on each other over the past 2 rounds, both on the grounds and the stand-up. So if you want to go ham, now is the time.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the whole idea of staying calm and composed in those early rounds, is that you don't gas out. But with only 5 minutes left on the clock, or 3 minutes 50 at this stage, and almost full stamina, you don't want to end the fight and still be feeling fresh but losing. So you've got to really try to take this fight away now, especially considering it's 1-1 going potentially into this last round, potentially 2 up, but quite likely 1-1, 2-0, depending on which way you score it.
I think Soul's having the advantage this early round. He's landed 2 big head kicks and an overhand.
Yeah, these guys are starting to open up a little bit more as these seconds are going across. That's another big overhand there from Joey. He's starting to pressure forward a little bit as well, using that lead head kick to cover the range.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, Trickzy's investing a lot in those calf kicks right now, but I just feel like, it's a bit late. Because even if you, at best, you're going to get 1 single leg roll. Beautiful takedown.
Yeah, high amplitude takedown, manages to find himself in side saddle. He's going to hold the position as well, which is really big.
It's really smart for him.
Block.
Even though on the by his fighter selection, he's not the superior grappler, he's been able to hold him down the entire second round. He's able to lay on top of him, so I like the takedown there.
Maybe a little bit of frustration settling in for Joey as he was firing a couple of shots, missed a second ago. Able to find the home with those ones, though.
Throwing all one right now.
Lead leg kick. Trying to find the home for it, but these shots on the inside are starting to get very, very troublesome. Only a minute 15 odd on the clock. Oh, Jesus, this might be it.
Oh, it's the drop. This is very, very bad for Joey. His head hold just magically disappeared. I don't know what happened there.
Big shots from Dustin. The power carries, man, especially when he's got this much stamina. All this power is still very, very fresh.
Now, that just completely changed the whole sequence of the fight. With 30 seconds left, no dog is going to be good enough to finish the round. But yeah, I feel quite confident in saying Trickzy clearly won that fight, especially with that 3rd round. Whether it's 2-0, 1-1.
The 3rd round was a big statement from him. Like you said, we'll have to see how the judges scored those first 2 rounds, but that was a big way to close that fight out. And impressive stamina management from both guys. They did really start to let it go in that 3rd round. Had obviously a lot of success. Did Cryptic. That front kick landing on the chin right there. There's some beautiful work all round throughout, through each and every round from all 3 guys.
Well, let's see how Bruce Buffer scores it.
29-28, 30-27, 29-28. Dustin motherfucking Poirier gets the W. TMF is picking up a W. That's a big win for Cryptic Optics. Good work. Getting 30-27 on one of the judges' scorecards in that one, which is surprising considering the top control and that Tio Soul was able to do in some of those positions. Got 4 takedowns over the course of that fight, but great fun fight all round, and takes us that one step closer to our main card. Of course, up next we're going to be seeing 2 fun gentlemen fighting. Stepping in there, a TMFer again, Mr. TMF Ginger up against Element. I think it's Element R Dots, if I am not mistaken. We've seen these guys around for quite some time, and they always put on very, very fun fights. So as we step towards our featured fight of the prelim, this is a very, very good way to start us out, man.
Definitely right. Sorry, Satchel, go on.
No, go for it. It's fine.
I was just going to say, I have fought Ginger a couple times. Lovely, lovely kid. And beautiful striker. TMF guys, they do have their grapplers with Jim and a couple others, but I feel like their striking is always so eloquent when it comes to shot selection, etc. So I'm very curious to see who Ginger goes this time around. Oh, best pick.
So I was going to say, for Element, this is almost like a comeback fight. He basically took the last season off in IXC, and looking at his prime time, he hasn't fought since April 1st. So I guess he's been working out in the gym, getting right. So
Yeah,
See what he's got for us.
sometimes they're Satchmo, these guys, they go away into the wilderness, start training Rocky style, and come back looking incredibly dangerous. So we'll have to see if he's got those answers for Ginger this evening. But as you rightly said, Valentine, Ginger comes from a good camp himself. The TMFers are trying to do some sort of takeover at the moment from what I've seen in the chat, and we'll have to see if Ginger's able to continue that momentum up against Element R Dots, trying to come back this evening.
Nice setup there, but the pin kick to the body from Pettis. Now both these guys, they have beautiful picks to established unorthodox strikes and nice little sequences, whether that be there is that signature crypto combo with the tornado kick into the wheel kick. Now I would have loved to see that a bit later on onto the fight as a finisher, because I feel like he might have just given one of his key weapon away.
Yeah, I mean,
by doing it early.
Honestly, Ginger's going to get very loose now. He's looking like he's starting to feel himself. When Ginger's at his most dangerous is when he's starting to land those combinations early. Look at that pullback once again. He did recently get all the way to the Cage Rage finals of one of their tournaments, and he started to put together some really nice sequence of fights within Primetime himself as well. So looking clean, and Element R Dots needs this adjustment with that takedown.
Now, again, Pettis is a very solid pick on grappling front just as much as stand-up, right? Because he's still got that rubber guard. Beautiful denial from Ferguson there. Goes for the rubber guard, secures it. Let's see what Ferguson's able to do. Gives up side control, not the ideal position. Again, he does have the butterfly sweep, if I'm not wrong.
I think so, I believe so, but able to get that denial off. He's going to go the other side and going to get it.
Beautiful flip there.
Big transitions from these guys.
Now, what we don't want to see happen, like what happened in the last fight, right? We saw both those guys with beautiful grappling. However, they did go into the third round with good enough stamina and not enough to finish the fight. And I'm really loving the active ground and pound here from Ferguson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's another nice denial from Element R Dots as he slices over into top mount. Now postured up. There's going to be some ground and pound to come down on to Ginger. See if his defense is able to hold up. Is able to for now.
Goes for the leg lock, gets denied. I love the patience from Element right now. He is waiting to see and make couple reads on his ground and pound defense. Goes triples, doubles up on those trades. This is very risky for Ginger right now.
Yeah, I think Pettis should look to get this back to his feet. Ferguson's putting a lot of damage on him right now.
Lovely.
Get out of here.
Beautiful slip into that reversal.
Yes, sir. Now raining down some shots, able to separate, and this is probably where you're going to want to be if you're Pettis, man. He seemed to have a big advantage in the striking at the beginning of the round. Not a lot of time here, but...
Ooh.
He also wants to take the stance into gun. Oh, interesting. He goes for a takedown. Maybe just to score some points, in the last 6 seconds.
Yeah, that was a close round. I mean, I guess you give it to Pettis because of the stun, but I mean, Tony Ferguson did some real good work on the ground there. Yeah,
almost 2 minutes of top control. Very good work from Tony, but he did get stunned, as you mentioned, so maybe one way or the other. We'll have to see how the judges score it if they do go that far. I don't imagine we will, though, with a lovely duck.
Duck. I really wish he went with a lead hook up top instead of the body hooks. That would have gone into a definite rock. And he goes for it again and again.
That's a success rate.
Oh, he gets a knockdown. This is huge for Ginger right now.
I know how that feels too, because he does the thing where he misses the shot at first, and then it leads into another one. As soon as you see that shot miss, you're like, oh, this is my time. I got a free right hand. Nope.
Yeah, that's why you need to be very careful with picks like Holloway, Pettis, Wonderboy, Masvidal, who all have those double kicks. Izzy, O'Malley, kickboxers, man, very tricky.
They can leave you in some very horrible positions. Looks like Element R Dots is recovered now, though, and trying to answer back some shots of his own. But honestly, Ginger's looking very clean tonight. Obviously, been putting some work in the lab with the TMF boys. These guys are looking good all round this evening.
Definitely, mate. I would love for Element to switch it up completely and use more unorthodox strikes, whether that be a wheel kick, flying knee, 6-2 elbow, something different, right? Because Ginger is very comfortable right now. I'm throwing unorthodox combos, entering the pocket, exiting the pocket, even executing takedowns. Beautiful pullback into a lead hook there.
I think Element's putting some stuff together here, though. He's able to duck. You remember earlier, he ducked the head kick, and he sidestepped the spinning heel kick. So he can start getting.
Ooh, as we
That's not
say
what he
that,
wants.
it's a huge head kick. Goes for the back fist again, not able to secure the knockdown on this time around.
He's doing a great job of stitching these shots together, though. Very, very unorthodox and creative striking from him there, Satchmo. Ginger's doing a great job so far.
Oh, what a tee. Beautiful knockout. What a fucking performance by Ginger.
Yeah, I used to not think much of these Anthony Pettis players until Easy Adjust show me why he's a good pick in this weight class. I mean, those kids are crazy if you know how to use them right.
Ginger putting on the Anthony Pettis performance tonight. Obviously been training with Crypto with that one. We know that one of the head guys over there of the TMF is Crypto, putting in a lot of work with Anthony Pettis, and it looks to have done great dividends with Ginger, as he's looking probably the best performance he's had within primetime so far. That Pettis was looking very clean this evening there, Valentine.
Definitely, mate. Easily best performance for Ginger at primetime. There was very little mistakes he was doing, right? I couldn't even think of any at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he did a phenomenal job all round. Was very creative, and that's the problem with Ginger, you know, when he's able to start very quickly like that and he's having some early success, he gets his confidence up and he's able to reign through with some brutal shots all round. And, you know, he's a very, very good momentum fighter, is Ginger. Where once he's got that momentum, he's great at holding it, and he was able to do that this evening. That does, though, bring us on to our featured fight of the prelims there, guys. We're going to be having our PlayStation card between Kart ZD up against M. Ali, 2016. Should be a very, very fun fight all round. Going to be one in middleweight there, guys. We've seen Kart's fight, obviously, in the Grand Prix. Looked very good, you know, obviously while he was fighting there, so I'm interested to see how he does up against M. Ali this evening.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Let's go, mate. Let's get this popping. Cards, you know, I have seen Cards a couple of times on UFL as well. He's a phenomenal striker. I haven't seen much of M. Ali. So I'd be curious to see what he brings to the table.
I have to say, appreciating the 4K quality on this one.
Yeah, I guess the stream viewers are agreeing with you. They got Karts at 8-1 favorite here for this fight. So.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. I mean, he's definitely the more popular name. He's been fighting around the leagues for a little while, but Carter Jiu-Jitsu answering up with a head kick now, mixing in some wrestling, and that was nicely defended. Oh, sorry, Carter is Karts.
Oh yeah, that's great. Carter Jiu-Jitsu, interesting with the Vittori.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lovely pullback elbow, though. Great work for him. Now uppercut, lead hook straight. Nice combinations. He's looking clean as this evening.
I seem to be having some technical difficulties over here, so let y'all hang tight.
Yeah, I'm looking at. Well, I just don't know how this is gonna go, right? Because both the guys are being very active right now.
Firing off shots.
Going for the body there a couple times. Oh, he does get the rock. I might be delayed a bit, lads. I think the internet is a bit struggling for me.
Not too sure. Hopefully that's back for you guys right there. But no, they are going absolutely crazy right now, firing off a crazy sequence of shots. Ali's trying to get active, landing some good shots with the hooks.
There you go. I think I'm back on. Oh, beautiful body roundhouse there. I love the body roundhouse, especially to the open side, because I feel like they do a lot of liver damage.
Honestly, so far, Kart's looking phenomenal this evening. Ali's trying to answer back with some shots, and he's done good work on the hand so far, but the mix-up from Kart's really, really keeping him guessing as he's able to get that mat return.
Onto the
Honestly, this is so far great work by Karts. He is now holding him down into the side control position. We've seen this being a favoured position of many people this evening. Not able to stabilise there, though. Switches across.
It is interesting to see as the UFC 4, you know, as the seasons have gone on, people have gotten a lot better at holding that side control position. Used to be more just a guess. People are actually starting to figure it out now.
Oh!
What? Didn't expect that to rock him. Karts might just go for the finish. No, there's just not enough time for him to put anything together. That was a really, really solid round from Karts there. Hopefully he can keep it going into the second round, unless, you know, MLE comes with some huge adjustments. We have seen fights turn around.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm not sure. Whitaker's got a big stamina advantage on him here, so Tori's gonna have to start slowing down at some point.
Yeah, the damage may become a little bit of a problem with the front kick to start it out. Honestly, Karts is really, really doing a good job of finding the home of a lot of these big shots. Good answer back from MLE, and he's going to need to continue to work that body of Carter, because obviously the output, as you mentioned there, Satchmo, is going to be a little bit troublesome on his cardio, especially with the body rips from MLE.
Yeah, he's trying to stand and bang right now.
What a knee.
The head health now a problem.
That I just don't know how Whitaker is still alive. And I don't know what he can do right now different to get Karts off his back. The head health is still high compared to Whitaker's. I just don't know if he can get it in unless he comes with a, you know, clean pullback uppercut or a slip straight, something of that sort. He needs a flash KO at this point.
He really
I'd
does.
recommend just going to the body. He's got that body hurt. He's got a big stamina advantage right now. If he can just protect his head, get some body shots off, he can take this fight.
The only problem with that is he's risking that uppercut, right? Because his head health is not there. He just doesn't have it to, you know, be confident in going for that body. As I say that, he eats an uppercut. Karts jumps on him, bounce and ground.
Oh, Jesus. That was some brutal ground pound to close out that fight. I mean, Satchmo looking phenomenal this evening. He put together just non-stop consecutive strikes, whether it be in the striking, a little bit of the grappling, and, you know, all round, every step in between. Looking very, very good. He's been saying for a little while he's going to be a problem here, and with performances like that, I believe it.
Easily, mate. What a way to open up the main card, right?
Yes, sir. That's one hell of a featured fight for the prelims. It does take us onto our main card, as you mentioned there, Valentine, with a very, very fun fight up first. We're going to be having the co-owner of Primetime MMA, TMF, Kryptonite King. He's going to be fighting.
The best owner. Let's not forget that. He did beat your ass.
He did beat me. He did beat me, but we'll get that one back. I ain't going to cuss him out now, because he's about to match up against a very, very tough opponent in BSD Pudgy. I mean, obviously, we're all very familiar with these guys. Crypto has phenomenal striking, very, very unorthodox, one of the heads of TMF. Obviously, we've seen a lot of his striking replicated, and, you know, a lot of the, like, kind of tools that he uses being utilized by some of those guys with their, you know, very, very unorthodox striking. And he's going to be up against it tonight, though, against BSD Pudgy there, Valentine, that's been around the scene for a long time and been putting in great work with that pressure striking style of his.
Definitely, man. I think, you know, Pudgy is one of my favorite guys, right? So is Crypto. I love outside technical fighting with Crypto, and I love getting messy with Pudgy. I think this is going to be a really good fight, especially given how, you know, technical Crypto is and how head movement counter fighting Pudgy is. If this fight gets in the pocket, this is going to be one hell of a matchup. I'm interested to see who he's going to go in lightweight. I'm going to assume Pettis, but if he does come up with a different pick, I wouldn't be surprised. And Pudgy, I'm going to assume a calf. Oh, wow, okay. He goes with the Felder pick.
I rate it, brother. I rate it. Paul Felder, one of my favorite picks in this weight class and welterweight. Very, very fun to use his kind of kickboxing style, Muay Thai style. But obviously, we know how.
Have that front kick.
You've got Anthony Pettis across from him, though. Showtime. And the one thing you've got to keep in mind with Kryptonite King is that he has the ability to run off that cage at a moment's notice. We've seen it from him many, many times in the past.
Y'all know firsthand how good Crypto is. His last two fights, both against y'all.
True, brother, true. He's been doing great. He's been doing great. Now, obviously, like I said, Pudgy's a little bit of a different animal at the moment. He's been doing great work up and down the promotion. You see him feathering that LT stick, trying to protect his legs from the kicks of Kryptonite King, but also got to be a little bit worrying for the head as well, because we know that unorthodox ones are coming your way right like that. The lead head kick lands.
Now, Felder do got a chin, like 95 chin, and he's got a very, very strong back fist. So, but, you know, Crypto might need to watch out. Beautiful catch there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Felder playing at this kickboxing range. That's falling right into Pettis' hands. If I'm him, I'm trying to put the pressure on a little bit. If you're going to play at this range, probably go for the legs. He got some good leg kicks. You know, do something to stop Pettis' movement.
Yeah, Pettis doesn't have the strongest, you know, leg health or body health or cardio. So if, you know, Pudgy's able to capitalize on that and go low, go high, keep things mixed up, I think he'll have a lot more success in the later rounds.
Oh, that's a big miss.
Oh, this is huge. Oh, he's just not in range to connect those double body hooks.
Yeah, that could have been very, very bad for Kryptonite King. He gets away a little bit lightly off that and has to be very, very careful of his spins going forward in this fight. Right now, Pudgy eating some knees up against the cage, but cardio for Clutch looking very, very good. Seems to be managing himself very, very well.
Beautiful switch kick.
Very technical approach, seeing these guys jockeying for position there, Satchmo. So far, a very technical approach from both guys.
Yep, they're just going back and forth right now. No one's really taking the center of the octagon. They're just kind of doing a little tango.
Yep, playing that footsies. Love to see it. Nice leg kick right there from Pudgy. See the switch stance as a result out to Kryptonite King.
Ooh, that's a good body shot.
Oh,
there we go.
I want to go for those kicks in the pocket, lads. We've seen it pay very badly for all the guys that fought earlier today.
Those are those elbows, you know.
From Pudgy.
Paul Felder's got the razor wire, so those elbows and knees do a lot more damage.
and
be careful of them.
Do you know what? That was a very intelligent move from Kryptonite King. I was about to say, as this last 30 seconds gets going, I'm imagining we're going to see these guys throw some absolutely wild strikes, but Kryptonite decides to do the technical approach and shoot for that takedown, able to secure it, and that's a good little way to end out the round that was very, very close so far.
Yeah, and I also see, Crypto's leg health not being the highest right now, so he might need to watch out for that. Similar, he did land more strikes, so I definitely give the round to Kryptonite King, but I wouldn't count Pudgy out just yet. With the 95 chin, it's going to be very hard to play him out.
Oh no, Pudgy is a killer, brother. We've seen him so many times put on war after war after war. This evening he is doing so up against Kryptonite King. These guys have had a fairly technical approach in that opening round, but you know that they're going to get increasingly more active as this fight goes on. Pudgy's probably having one of the more technical approaches to his career so far. We normally see a lot more pressure out of the man, but probably a lot of respect for the Kryptonite, and obviously that Paul Felder pick doesn't really allow you to wade forward with in the way that he maybe would have done in the past.
Oh, what a straight lead uppercut straight. Beautiful combo.
So Felder's having a lot of success, and when Pettis reaches for those kicks, or he's trying to do something of his own, he catches him with like a straight uppercut.
I also love how Pudgy just, naturally goes for that clinch every time Crypto throws a head kick and, hits his block, because it's very hard to deny that clinch when you say it properly, right? It's not coming to a point where it's spammy because he's not really throwing elbows or knees in there. He's utilizing it very smartly from my perspective there.
Yeah, for sure. Inside on the... That's a nice little spin for him. That time lands it. Trying to work the body as much as he can of Paul Felder. It's an intelligent approach, trying to attack the cardio. Obviously 3 minutes left in the second round and lots of damage that can potentially be landed. Zig when you should zag. You know that it only takes one from these guys with their very, very creative and explosive styles.
I would love to see Pudgy go for those leg strikes, right? That left leg is looking low. He did do a lot of good work on it in round one, and I feel like he's going to miss out on those investment by headhunting right now.
Oh, good evasive maneuvers from Kryptonite King. He needed that. Those shots were coming in. Could have been very, very bad news, but kept on his bike and was able to move out of the way. Now taking center stage, looking to teep the body. Lovely work from Pudgy.
Yeah,
It
seems
looks like
both-
Pudgy's being too patient right now.
I say both of these guys are a little afraid to enter the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
See, whenever he
I
goes
mean, I
push.
see it from. Sorry to interrupt you, Satchmo. I was just going to say I agree with you from Pettis' perspective, but I just don't understand why, as Felder, he would want to be in that boxing range.
Whenever he gets it close, he's having a lot of success. Able to put some combos together, but I guess it's just his game plan. Stay away.
Once again, this is an educated approach from Kryptonite King. This has been a fairly close round. Taking this takedown, probably going to edge out the round for him if he's able to hold down for the next 45 seconds or so. As he gets that transition right there, now posturing off, he's probably going to go for some ground and pound if he is able to take the back.
Beautiful denial from Pudgy there. Goes for the backpack. Very, very smart choice from Crypto. Keeping the fight on the ground. Making sure nothing crazy happens in the last 20-30 seconds of the round.
Right. Good job, guys.
Looks like it's 2-0 for Felder coming in, or 2-0 for Pettis coming into this third round. I would like to see Felder push the pace. Might want to start headhunting a little bit. He's going to need a finish.
No, definitely, mate. I definitely agree. But as we know about the judges scoring, it could easily be 2-0 Felder.
Yeah, Chris Lee's out there somewhere.
Yeah, easily.
The Felder already looks more aggressive coming down to this third round.
Oh, Crypto, interesting choice going for the take. I'm actually surprised to see Crypto being the one to initiate takedowns because traditionally Pudgy is known more to enjoy the grappling side of things, whereas Crypto being the technical outside fighter that he is. Beautiful style.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Felder has some just god awful ground game in this game. Like I think his stuff is below the low 80s, so I think that might be why he's been keeping it on the feet.
That just might answer those questions. Beautiful reversal into full guard. Let's see if he can get anything done here because he really needs to go for that finish, whether that be via sub or knockout. He really needs it, right? He just can't afford to stay down and let Crypto do his magic.
He was able to get back to the feet there, so he's gonna need some type of finisher these last 3 minutes. Put the pressure on him.
Could have ended up very, very badly for Pudgy. Every time he exits the clinch, he eats an uppercut. That is not a smart choice for Pudgy. He needs to be more careful about that clinch right now because Crypto is throwing those straights on those uppercuts in.
Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit T4H here with these clinches, but I like to see him, put some combos together. These little clinches, one uppercut, that would have been cool in the first round. It's not working for him right now.
Definitely not. I would agree that he might need to implement a different strategy. As I say that, he eats an uppercut that sits him down, goes for that Superman punch, not able to secure it.
I think Pettis wants to put on a show. Big drop, looking for the finish.
Just banged it out. I am not sure what happened. Twitch taking over the fight with an ad.
Twitch doing it. This was one of the concerns. Pudgy's going to be laughing his ass off on this one. Oh, it's okay. These things happen, guys. We'll be straight back with the action in a second. Good news is that as our fight nights are our pre-recorded shows, we're not going to miss out on any of the action. It will start off where it left off. Just going to have to wait the 20 seconds, I think, on the advertisement, which is brutal. Had to cut it off because we got DMCA hitted for it last time. For an advert, believe it or not.
That was shown by Twitch?
Yeah, that was shown by Twitch, on our thing, through our thing, yeah. It's because it goes out to, others as well. But there you go, they are now going to be back at it. Couple of seconds. Just going to take it behind.
But we got to know what the ad's for if it's this important to enter our fights.
They are back now.
Spice.
Goes for the get up. Not much to it.
Yeah, I think Pettis looking for the finish here. Middle left, he wants to put a show on for his fans.
Yeah, Kryptonite's always looking for those silky smooth finishes. He doesn't like the ground and pound unless it's one like that. He landed a nice hook, now raining him down.
That is huge. And he actually gets the finish.
Yeah, that position right there with the ground and pound is very hard to defend from. I'm honestly not sure how the mechanics work in that position, but every time I see someone put there, it's almost always a finish.
Yeah, it can be
Definitely,
tough.
mate.
You can
What a
still
beautiful-
post in those positions, but it can be a little bit harder to read which way you need to do it. So that way, I mean, look, honestly, Kryptonite King Pun on a great performance tonight. Pudgy trying to answer back, showing a little bit more of a technical approach in his game plan, using that Paul Felder pick. Very, very fun fight. Takes us once again ever closer to our main event and co-main. We have got some crazy fights lined up for us. Up next, we're going to be having our first PlayStation fight on the main card. We're going to be having Morbid Mad Lad up against Hammer. Obviously, we've seen Hammer compete all over the scene with ourselves previously on Xbox. Previous ESFL competitor as well there. Very, very good grappling. I'm not as familiar with Morbid Mad Lad. He did manage to come out in his performance in on the Grand Prix for ourselves there, but he's going to be having a very, very tough matchup this evening with Hammer. You know, we know the pedigree of that guy's wrestling.
Definitely. And, you know, it's actually interesting to see a heavyweight pick because that's something you rarely see, if ever. So I'm quite curious to see, you know, who this, you know, particular individual picks are going to be going towards this fight.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think you'd agree there as well, Satchmo. You know, he can really go in both guys' favors. When you're the grappler, it can sap your stamina, but when you're the striker, it really is the weight class where it only takes one to put you out.
That's what I was gonna say. If you're a grappler in this weight class, it's kind of tough because you know you want to play a methodical fight, and if you're going up against Francis Ngannou, you get one uppercut, you're laying on the floor.
For sure, brother, for sure.
Or Derek Lewis, mate. Classic uppercut against Curtis Blades. That can happen. We have literally seen it happen multiple times in this league. So I would be.
We speak about it. Looks like these lads decided lightweight was the way to go, and they went in on the light out bout. So looks like we're going to be having a lightweight matchup in this one.
So fun.
Poirier versus Ferguson. Again, that's a lot of matchups we've seen today.
It really, really is. A lot of these guys have been going to it. I mean, relatively on meta picks, of course, but understandably so, depending on your play style. I feel like the people who like to grapple a little bit more are going to go Tony Ferguson, and obviously Dustin's got that silly power in his hands, man.
Yeah, I can't believe we haven't seen any Charlie Oliveira picks. How many lightweights there's been? I've started to use him. He's fantastic, especially with the new update. You got a few buffs to his striking.
Oh, beautifully rear uppercut there from Tony.
Could definitely see some of the grapplers switching from Tony to Charles like I did.
Initiates a clinch, goes for it, not able to secure anything from there. Initiates the clinch again, tries to get him back to his cage, I'm assuming. Yep. Let's see if he goes for the back drag or the back take. Beautiful defense from well, not sure who that is, but Flying Brian City.
He's doing a great job right now. He's, you know, this guy's not to be mean, but he's a little bit cheesing him. He's always throwing that clinch up there, doing the double under. He's been able to stop all of that.
Oh, beautiful slip into the uppercut from Poirier there.
Yeah, that would be Hammer. That would be Flying Brian City is Hammer. Morbid Mad Lad on the opposite side with the Tony Ferguson pick. Good work from Tony to get into this side saddle position, raining down some ground and pound. Obviously not able to secure it, but this is not much of a better position if you're Dustin.
I wonder if Dustin does have the get up from this position. I do not believe he does, but I'd be surprised.
I think he does. He has 3-star BJJ moves on the ground, so if he has the rubber guard, he should have that get up.
This is a very, very bad position. Beautiful fake into the side saddle there. Gets him all off the crucifix. If I'm Hammer right now, just be patient. Wait for that GA to come to your side and then go for that side control as he does so rightfully.
Go
Oh, this is a very, very strong choke from Morbid Mad Lad. He's got plenty of time to finish it, and it does seem to be sinking in quite well. This submission gets a lot tighter as it goes. I think the escape might be there for Hammer right now. Yep.
Yeah,
I think he should be fine. Yeah, but you know, Morbid Mad Lad, if he's this close with very little stamina advantage, if he drains your stamina and then goes for it again, that might be sleepy time for Hammer, so he needs to keep that into account.
Yeah, if he can keep this fight standing, I think he's gonna have a good chance of pulling this one out. Though he's had a lot of success.
I would definitely agree with you there, Satchmo. I think if he's able to stick to those straights, because I feel like Morbid Madlab has a very, very strong intention to go for those uppercuts, which can easily be countered by Dustin straight because they land hard and they will interrupt it. So I think he just needs to keep that into his mind.
Dancing around the octagon for Dustin.
Those are some nice shots right there as well, as he had Tony missing. Came in with a nice little 3-4 piece combination to close out that round.
Punch after punch. He landed him at will. He went right at his opponent.
These guys, honestly, he's been very, very active. It's been a fun fight so far. I would say that Morbid Madlad is getting the better of the round, at least by my kind of measurement. How are you guys seeing it going so far?
I'll disagree. I think Hammer took that round. Other than the Goga attempt, I think T did enough in the stand-up to take the round back.
I would agree with Satchmo there. I thought Hammer did get that round. Oh, as I say that, he gets the round back on the second with the initial rock.
Yeah, it's a good start out for Morbid.
He's doing a great job of
spinning elbow.
keeping busy, being very active.
Oh, see, that's something you. Oh, see, that's something you. Oh, drop some.
Well, Hammer said, I want this round 2, not answering back, gets taken down here, but he's definitely ahead now. He gets the stun back and gets the knockdown, so although he finds himself on the back, still plenty of time to be able to work. 3 minutes 55.
Beautiful post shot from Morbid Madlab. Goes for the sitting fake into the rubber guard, gets denied. Builds the GA, gets the rubber guard this time around. Let's see if he can flip it into... He's not able to get anything out of it. I believe Dustin does not have the top mount from the rubber guard. He only has the side control, maybe at a half guard. Does the Kimura fake. Works on building his GA. Goes for the full guard transition. Is he able to get the reversal? No, he actually lets him go and he gets it denied. This is a huge denial for Morbid Madlab if he's going to go for a submission there.
Yep.
And he does.
First, he didn't deny that one. He went for the Gogo Plata last time. Does it again, but...
Yeah, he's tracing the submission relatively well. He decides to bail on it this time. Probably going to look for the submission, but honestly, his submissions do look very, very dangerous.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be caught in the Gogo Plata. It's one of the, I think that's probably the best submission you can do that is illegal in this league.
Beautiful GA build from Hammer so far.
Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head.
Good denial there from Dustin Poirier. You know, even though he has gotten caught in these submission attempts, he's been able to get back to his guard pretty often.
All right, close guard now. You got to be careful though. He's got a lot of submissions off.
I mean, what would you do if you're Morbid Madlad, right? I mean, at this point, you are kind of controlling the game on the ground. You do not want to stand up. You did get dropped. What can you do different right now to get the round back in your favor? Because with that drop, I just don't see him getting the round back unless he gets a drop again or some huge ground and pound damage.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it there, Satchmo. Ground and pound damage is going to be the key, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, he's got to throw some ground and pound. He's going for these submission attempts and they're cute, but if he wants the round back, he doesn't want to be down 2 rounds to none, then he needs to get some ground and pound going. That's got to be quick.
Now Hammer does, there we go, that's exactly what you need from the side control, because those elbows drain the health of your head like nothing else.
Now trying to hip escape.
I feel like just using this Kimura to drain the rest of the round out. You know, I still think Dustin won that round in my opinion. I think he's up 2-0.
I would agree. I would agree. Now, I'm actually surprised by how close that stamina was. I mean, not stamina, sorry, that submission was from Dustin's side with that Kimura. So it might be worthwhile for him to explore it again.
Yeah, but I think if I'm Dustin Poirier, I want to be able to get to my feet more than anything. Because he's had a lot more success in the feet than he's had in the grappling realm.
Oh.
No touching gloves. As you say that, he gets rocked.
Hammer's not here to play games. He's looking to take Morbid Madlad's head off with him. Morbid gets the takedown, and that was well needed. 4 minutes, 35 seconds left on the clock. He has lots of time to work, but he needs to get something going soon. You would imagine with the damage that's been output by Hammer already in this round.
Yeah, this is reminding me almost like a Kevin Holland fight. You know, you just see him do so well in the stand-up, and he can't stop the takedowns.
I mean, he hasn't really lost that much on the ground, right? Yeah, he's given up submissions, but sub D has been relatively good. And his sub offense did look solid last round, so I would be really curious to see Hammer go for that joint sub again.
Yeah, but I don't think he's been able to get to his feet. Like, for the past 2 rounds, he got taken down. I'm pretty sure he stayed on the ground for the rest of that round. So that's the case, you know. Even though I think Dustin's winning the fight, I can very easily see the judges awarding this to Tony based off the control time.
If I'm not wrong, they do, you know, value damage over control time. So it would be unfair, from my opinion, if Tony was to secure the last round, especially after getting dropped. But like I said, UFC 4 judges are very, very close to real life judges, so I wouldn't be surprised.
They don't care about your opinion. I'm sorry to break it to you. They
literally, mate.
It doesn't matter. They'll give it to anybody.
Beautiful crucifix attempt. They're not able to secure it. Gets off quite easily. Goes for the backside, gets the transition. Is he going to give up his background? No, gives up his half guard instead. Let's see if he can get back into full guard and see what he can do from here. Lovely fake into the half guard. Denies it. This is very huge for Tony, a morbid mad lad right now.
Well, so far, I have to say, I mean, look, the Rock, big damage, like you say, they normally rate damage, but this is a lot of control time that's starting to mount up. I mean, it's almost 4 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's why
he did get a rock
here.
Earlier on the round as well.
Yeah, but it's, you know, you get a rock and then you get sat on for 4 minutes. It makes it a toss-up. If he's not able to get back to his feet here, you know, it's putting there's one in the balance.
It really, really is. Like you said, the most realistic element of the game is the judges. They can go which way, whichever. You give them a good reason, and I mean, 4 minutes of control time is as good a reason as any to get that round.
Yeah, and I don't see him letting this submission go anytime soon, regardless of how close or how easy it is for Hammer to get out, because that's going to buy him a lot of time. I'm surprised he actually cancelled that. I don't know how smart that was.
Trying to get the ground and pound, but they were all blocked, man. That was excellent defense from Hammer. Posted up that one side, got 3 shots blocked and drained the stamina, but going to end out this round on bottom. We'll have to see which way the judges have scored this one, but looks like we're going to get a little... a quick prelude to it. Looks like it was the one and only Hammer that was able to pick up the W in that one.
Oh, wow. Okay. We just got the stats straight off.
Yeah, not wasting any time, it would appear. They went straight to it. Honestly, guys, these fights start to finish have been non-stop action. We really, really haven't seen too many judges' scorecards throughout the entire night. That was one of the only ones, and it was non-stop action. No, nevertheless, either guy was working on the ground, trying to work their strikes on the feet when they could. Hammer able to get the job done this evening, so congratulations to that man as he takes a step up in the PlayStation rankings. Obviously, with all of that being said, though, Mr. Valentine, that takes us one step closer to the main event. We're going to be having Guinness up against FSK Desyia. Guinness is a dangerous opponent. All round has some good grappling, striking. But we also know that FSK Desyia comes from a very good camp and is incredibly dangerous himself. Mainly in the striking element, does have some grappling himself, but has some very, very good clean hands, man.
And he's been learning a lot, right? I don't know if you follow him on Twitter. He's been posting a lot of 6-7 piece combos that he's learned from Spider's videos and watching Spider's fight. So I would be very, very curious to see who his pick is in welterweight. I'm going to take a guess and say he's going to go Masvidal or some sort of boxer type fighter. But if he does go kickboxer, it wouldn't surprise me any less.
Lola v. Vicente Luque.
Interesting.
I've been on the wrong side of a few too many Guinness knockouts, so I wouldn't put it against them to, get a win here with Robbie Lawler.
Easily, mate. Guinness is, is a very, very credible fighter and a very dangerous striker. So if, Desyia is not careful, I would look for, Desyia to take this fight to the ground, given the Robbie Lawler pick, because you do not want to stand and bang with Lawler.
Yeah, that was a dangerous uppercut that already started to land from Guinness. He looks like he's looking for it. Ducks and lands a hook.
Oh, he gets the drop.
The up kick of doom keeps him in that one, but that's a very good start for Robbie Lawler. Obviously, phenomenal work for Guinness. Desyia's got to recuperate himself here and look to land some of his own shots, but can't be eating many more like that.
definitely, mate. And I think, you know, he should definitely take the fight into the ground, because that's where Lawler is his weakest. He's got, gets a pullback off his own, not able to capitalize on it.
You know, I'm honestly...
Yeah, all these guys going for head kicks back and forth.
You know, honestly, if I'm Luke, though, I'm going to start targeting the body.
You say that, but he eats an uppercut, brother. That's sometimes the trouble.
Yeah.
You are right. The body work can sometimes be great work, especially if you're getting a stamina lead, but these headshots are really, really starting to have a massive effect on Luke's head, and Desyia's in some dangerous water already.
Now, Desyia needs to worry about that pullback, because Guinness has picked up on it and started throwing body roundhouses. You do not want to pull back on a, you know, rear body roundhouse from Southpaw.
That's nice right there, though. He's now going to start lighting him up with some of those 19-piece combinations you talk about.
This might be it. This could easily be it, lads.
He survives it.
Finally he gets out.
He survives. What an uppercut to sit him down. Now, this is where Desyia wants to be. Now, Guinness is really good on the ground, but I'm looking at this health stats. It looks fairly even, regardless of the amount of rocks that Guinness has able to be secured against Desyia.
You should look at the stamina, though. You know, I'm pretty sure this Robbie Lawler has pretty poor, pretty bad stamina because of the old age factor. But he's been looking very well with this.
Hey, man, he's still a mean machine. He'll still bang all of this up.
He ain't looking to take heads. He's looking to take souls.
Exactly, mate.
He does have silly amounts of power, though. Desyia's looking like he's recovered, but he's got to be careful of the uppercuts as he lands a few of his own.
Sits him down again. See, but when you're in that position, right, I'm just very curious as to why people wouldn't utilize the side control. That's a very, very major, powerful transition that's given to you for free.
Yep. I think he was just looking to try and get a finish. He was very close to getting it, so he might have just got a little excited.
That's exactly it. That's right. I don't know about you, Valentine, but sometimes when you get that rock, you smell blood and you just start letting those hands go.
Yeah, with 96, 98 recovery of Lawler, it's going to be hard.
That very...
My sentences. I thought I would have knocked him out there.
Yeah. I was expecting a Michael Bisping versus Anderson Silva right there to go on, you know.
Literally, mate. I actually thought that would have actually knocked him out. I'm surprised that didn't. He vulnerability, planted rear hook.
They touched.
Both of these guys' head movement has looked fantastic so far, though. I mean, they dance around like bobbleheads out there.
Yeah,
exactly.
They're doing a great job, both on the offense and on the defense so far. Eating some big shots, though, just due to the countering capabilities. Look at that lead hook feint into a knee. Beautiful work from Luke. Desyia looking great in this second round so far. And again.
Oh, God, yeah, that head kick's getting dodged every time.
This might be it. Oh, no, he's very calm. Very patient.
How the hell is 40-year-old Robbie Lawler surviving all this punishment right now? This is unbelievable.
That man's got a chin for days for sure. No quitting. Robbie Lawler.
We've seen him take worse.
Yes, for sure. Desyia.
Come back.
Desyia's now obviously in a very advantageous position. He's got the rock, he's got the knockdown, now finds himself in top control, just working these short shots, and if he's able to maintain this position, then this round's in the bag for him. Robbie Lawler's composed himself, but needs to find a way to get back to his feet or reverse the position.
Yeah, Robbie Lawler's stamina is definitely faulted at this point in the fight, so I'm not sure what he's got to do to get back in this one, but might just take one good counter shot. Get him back in the fight.
Yeah, he's got the power to do it as well there. Sachimo, he obviously can't do so off his back, though, and right now it looks like Desyia is doing a great job of staying composed and just working these short shots, really trying to, solidify the rest of this round.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait till UFC 5 to let you do Kevin Holland knockouts off the back.
Can you imagine? Get that Nico Price, post off with your foot, throw those hammer fists.
I'm actually very, very impressed by Desyia's game plan here. He realized, the stand-up was going back and forth. He got that knockdown, didn't rush the finish, and is just simply scoring points and taking stamina away from Guinness with all these, bunny shots to the body.
Very, very mature game plan, as you mentioned there, Valentine, just to, kind of take his time over the course of the second round after that knockdown. There's only a minute left, and he's now finding himself in top mount, where you got to imagine he's going to try and posture and rain down some heavy shots to close out the round.
Yeah, this is some real methodical, you know, ground movement. We don't really see that from too many people. He's getting the GA, moving to position, getting a denial, then moving on, you know.
Yeah, very good work there. Very good work all around, Satchmo. Once again, he was able to get excellent defense off was Guinness when Luque was able to posture up, but still with 25 seconds left on the clock, you know he's going to be looking for at least one more of those, I would imagine. Oh, nice work.
Shouldn't have doubled up there. Beautiful head movement by Guinness to get him off his back. If I'm Guinness, I need to go for that finish. Not that roundhouse from range might not be the way to go about it in the last round, but hopefully he makes some serious adjustments, because that round could easily be a 10-8 if I'm not wrong.
He might just want to ditch the roundhouse altogether. I think that's been ducked almost every time he's thrown it, and the result after that has not been too good for him.
Exactly. He just simply switch the roundhouse to an uppercut, and he's going to have a lot more success.
Desyia locking on fire over the course of these 15 minutes. Had some adversity, but for the most part has been able to overcome it. Guinness is trying to rally in this third round. Looks like Desyia is taking a calm and calculated approach all round. Looking very, very clean over the stretch.
Oof. Lawless head health is blinking. Beautiful work from Desyia in the last round to have the stamina advantage right now. I'm looking for him to empty his gas tank and go all the way, because it would be silly to not do that after all that beautiful work from the previous round.
And Guinness is missing on a lot of his strikes too. He's throwing a lot of them out of range, and that's really not helping his gas tank issues.
Nah, you're exactly right, brother. But when he does land, the power of Robbie Lawler really, really is a factor here. But not if he eats too many shots like that.
Into the uppercut. This could easily be it. Guinness, Desyia not even utilizing that top mount transition, but beautiful denial there. Hopefully he gets the side saddle, goes for it, breaks his block with those nasty elbows.
I think he wanted to knock out of the night. That's why he went for the finish.
Firing down the shots. This is it.
That is all we will get to see from Desyia. What a performance. He had a lot of adversity in the first round, like Cyrez said, but he, regrouped, rechanged his game plan, and was very, very patient, helping him get that win.
Yeah, he made some excellent adjustments over the course of that fight. Was able to get the ground and pound finish it late in the third round, and honestly, like I said, like you said a moment ago, he made some real kind of like championship level adjustments. He was down in that first round, and in order to kind of recuperate and to change that course of the fight was very, very impressive. Great work by him. Very, very fun fight all round, and with that one, it takes us straight on to the co-main event of the evening. This fight does have title implications in the near future. It's a contender eliminator. It's going to be between EK Bang Bang and TMF Machine Gun, previously known as Night Legacy. Now, I don't know if I need to tell you boys. I don't think I do. But these guys, it's going to be an absolute war start to finish, man. They always throw in bombs. They're game strikers. I don't imagine we're going to see either guy shoot for a takedown. I could be wrong, of course, but this is a very, very fun fight to take us on our co-main event.
No, definitely, mate. I mean, like I said, right, sorry to interrupt you there, Satchmo. Bang Bang is easily one of the most exciting fighters to watch, in my opinion, in UFC community. Technically, when I see Bang Bang's name or when I see Bang Bang's fight, I immediately think of Rock'em Sock'em, and I mean that with nothing but respect. This man has one style, and he lives and dies by it, and that's what makes him so exciting to watch.
Yeah,
so I actually had a question if one of y'all knew. Is Bang Bang, is he only going to be PlayStation now, or is he going to be switching consoles?
I think he'll be playing between the two, like a couple of the guys will be, but obviously only one per week, depending on what console they want. The rankings are, of course, separate, so be completely and utterly different. Coming out this evening, though, obviously on the PlayStation side, with a win, either guy is able to step forward into a title match with Styles next time out. Right now, they're looking to take a relatively calculated approach. His machine gun trying to fire some shots to the body, which is a great approach against Bang Bang and his non-stop relenting pressure.
You also want to be careful by going to the body against someone like Bang Bang because he has that rear uppercut ready to go.
Yeah, these guys are both putting together some good combos early.
What
Munoz tags him.
flip, beautiful. Oh, he goes, doubles up on the body, goes back to the head.
Nobody
This is nothing
sleep.
Bang Bang isn't used to, mate.
Yeah, nobody sleep on Night Legacy over here. Machine Gun has incredible striking of his own. Eating a couple of shots. Now Bang Bang starting to find a home for those combinations.
Oh, Night Legacy is Machine Gun? My bad, I wasn't aware.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Silky smooth striking this man has been known for in the past. These are considerably less taunts than we're used to seeing, but it's hard to taunt when the man is standing on your front foot throwing bombs.
Literally, mate, and who better to do it than Yan?
Well, this is what you're gonna get when you watch Bang Bang fight. You know, you didn't expect him to take a step back.
Bang Bang is literally the embodiment of Justin Gaethje without the leg kicks.
Oh, that's a big shot from Night Legacy. Machine Gun landing some bombs.
Both the guys going for pullback. Interesting with the lead hook there instead of an uppercut from Bang Bang, and he drops him. Like I said, do not count this man out, lads. This could very well be a flash KO in this round.
Oh, there's a takedown.
I was going to say that. I mean, I'm surprised to see it, but it's an educated choice from Night Legacy. Machine Gun now finds himself in side control, getting the denial off, slicing over into top mount, and probably going to be raining down some ground and pound if he's able to get the posture. Great work by Bang Bang, again to half guard, trying to stay active. Probably going to try and stand up against the cage in a couple of moments.
Yes, if you were a bed man, you would have lost. You said there weren't gonna be any takedowns. Got one in the first round.
See, one thing that always fascinated me was Bang Bang's stamina, right? Because I've never seen it be high, but I've never seen that stop the man from getting those knockouts. I know it might come across as me favoring him. It's literally kudos to what he's achieved in the past. And I know how unorthodox Night Legacy is with his taunts and his fighter picks, but he's going to have to be really calm, cool, and collected if he wants to have a shot at beating this man.
Yeah, and quite honestly, I think that at this moment, he really needs to start to be aware of that block of his. The one thing about Bang Bang is even though his stamina gets low, the head health is problematic already, and the block is starting to get low because he just doesn't really miss any shots at all. Everything he throws, because he's so close to you, he doesn't take a back step. He's just on you, landing shots on your block for the entire fight, or your chin.
Yeah, and he does not actually know that a jab exists, or like a playstyle revolving around the jab exists. It's all going to be straight lead hooks and uppercuts all the way.
He hasn't needed them thus far in his career, to be fair. Right now, though, I have to say, Machine Gun doing very good at staying calm. He needs to be wary of that chin. If he can make this fight go a little bit longer, he's going to have lots of success due to that stamina advantage, but can't allow his chin to become any more compromised, especially this early in the second round.
Oh, what a rear hook. Now, if I'm Machine Gun... Oh, there you go. That's exactly what I was going to say. Sorry, Satchmo. If I'm Machine Gun, I don't want to necessarily counter off all my slips, but maybe just interrupt Bang's combo by just slipping the first or the second strike.
Yeah, I was just going to point out, we know Bang Bang's a fan favorite. Showing us why right now. It might be over.
That is it. Bang Bang gets the title shot next. Woo!
Bang Bang, you dig, versus TD Styles. What a fucking matchup to look forward to, eh?
The ESFL double champ. He's apparently pretty excited. Zayef supporting his man Bang Bang out here. It's a great knockout.
Yes.
TD Styles is the current PlayStation champ now. I really, really hope Bang Bang, gets in with the EK guys and works on his grappling, because against Styles, he's not going to have much chance to stand up.
Well, this is the thing on that point, though, Valentine. Obviously, Styles has shown some really, really good adjustments in his striking recently, but his grappling is definitely where his bread is buttered. But the thing is, with somebody like Bang Bang and that non-stop pressure, that's the sort of style that can give a lot of grapplers a bit of a problem, due to the fact that it really does, force the shots out of them, and a lot of the time Bang Bang's going to be able to see them coming, as he's probably used to people just trying to take him down due to that pressure style. It's a very, very interesting matchup. I can't wait to see it. That will be our next event, of course, Saturday. But with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to the main event of the evening. Two of EK's finest. We're going to be having EK Slick Colt, and it's going to be up against a Mr. EK Spider, one of the most silky smooth strikers on the game, period. I know Slick Colt...
mate, the smoothest striker, period. Not one of one thing people forget about Spider is the technicality of his striking, right? He does fancy shit in ESFL because he wants to have fun. But even when he's not doing fancy shit, he's doing fancy shit that people don't know exists. He's doing those side steps. He's doing those pivot lunges. He's doing those 8, 9, 10-piece combos by going to, linking different chaining combos. This man knows anything and everything there is to know about vulnerability and just striking in this game. I would be surprised if there's anything he does not know. His knowledge of the game is all the way up with Romero. Easily.
Now, with the flip side of that there, Valentine, and obviously Satchmo over here, this guy standing across from him has been with us from the very, very beginning. EK Slick, we've seen him make massive adjustments in his game, a phenomenal grappler who has been training with some of the best strikers on the game, period, as we alluded to a moment ago. This is going to be a very, very fun matchup, as we've seen massive, massive advancements in this man's striking.
He has sparred with Spider a lot, so sorry. That.
Oh no, I'll say it's interesting the picks here. I don't think you're gonna point that out. We got Chuk again and Calderwood.
Mm-hmm.
That's how many really see this flyweight division. Normally you just see the Shevchenko twins.
Yeah, I mean right now. Oh, that is huge. That is a huge rock from Slick this early into the fight.
You see the beautiful combinations though from Spider trying to answer back. Eats a knee to the body. Spider.
On point.
Yeah, Spider is he's having a lot of early adversity. Slick is looking very good, targeting the body early and often. Looks like Spider's trying to do the same, but with the leg kick. He's got to be careful though, due to the counters of Slick Colt. It looks like he's scouted out Spider. Obviously they've trained with each other a lot, as you've mentioned there, Valentine, so very, very aware of each other's techniques and traps.
Definitely. I'm actually, really curious to see Spider moving forward with this pressure, because I've always seen him to be much, much more effective fighting off his back foot, being patient. There is the pivot lunge that I just mentioned. It's the little things that he does, right, that goes unnoticed to the naked eye.
These are good front kicks or side kicks to the body from Chukagan. Slick Colt doing a good job of maintaining the range. Has got to be careful now though, as he's getting pressured and that cage is starting to feel a little bit smaller. Those kicks are going to allow him to continue to maintain this range, which is going to be vital if he's going to continue to have success over the course of this fight.
Yeah, I mean, Slick's easily winning both in the pocket and in range at this point. All this damage, as I say that, he rocks Spider's leg. Spider's body health isn't looking so great, neither is his leg health or his stamina or his head, which is very interesting for me to see. I believe that's the first time I've actually seen that happen to Spider. So Slick's definitely doing something right. So don't fix what's not broke. Keep at him, eh?
Yeah, straight lead upper, landing the leg kick to boot. Look at that 4-5-piece combination, knee on the end.
With that knee to interrupt the combo, goes for a head kick.
Beautiful head kick.
Get a rock. Beautiful sequences from Slick Gold there.
Yeah, Slick is in his bag right now. He was a former champion of this league, was he not?
He has not been in UFC 4, but in UFC 3 for sure. He is a very, very dangerous all-round opponent. Honestly, this is the best he's ever looked, though.
Yeah.
Slick Colt looking as slick as ever.
He wants that strap back.
Yeah, he's definitely...
easy, mate. He's going to have to fight his campmate for it, but yeah.
Well, he put it forward on Twitter a little bit earlier on. He just needs to keep winning, and with performances like this, if he's able to maintain it, then this is going to be a massive feather in his cap, especially doing so striking. I mean, that was an all-striking round, and he looked phenomenal. Let's not count Spider out, though, guys. We know how dangerous he is. He's looked good himself, obviously just suffering a lot of adversity with some nicely timed counters from Slick, so still all to play for. Only the second round now. 5 potentially on the clock.
Yeah, I just don't know, mate. I mean, Spider needs to make some major adjustments in this round. He cannot be doing what he did in the pocket. Just like that, the simple back steps and side step. That's exactly what he needs to do against Slick at this point. Beautiful catch.
Yeah, I was just about to say those that Slick is leading a lot with that lead side kick. If he gets sidestepped and he gets a right hook, that could definitely change the momentum of this fight.
And there's no one better in the game to do those side steps. Oof. Beautiful lead teep there. Oh,
Yeah, right
that
there
is
again with that side kick.
I believe that tracked to the head.
Doing a good job of circling. That's a big wayward kick from him right there. Answers with the lead overhand as he was coming in with a lunge.
Oh, my lord.
He gets a rock. It's those flurry combos, right, that you don't see coming. You're just throwing ones and twos, and then out of nowhere you come up with a 4-piece. You're gonna catch people off guard. That's a beautiful combo by Slick Cole there.
It looks like someone tripped on the mats there.
Can be slippery at times, mate.
Oh, that left leg is damaged. I didn't realize that. I thought it was
Yeah, we saw a lot of Thai combinations from him early, mixing in the straight lead body hook into the leg kick, calf kicks, all galore. He's doing a great job, but his head health becoming a massive problem. Look at the leg and the head health of either guy. Very shaky.
I'm not sure what the switch stance stat is for Slick.
Oh lord, I haven't seen something like that in a while.
Oh, what a beautiful sequence there from Slick Cole. Clearly, time out in the lab with Spider coming to fruit against him.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking fantastic right now. I haven't seen striking like this in a long time. Maybe since Zayef was fighting JC. Probably the last time I've seen someone strike this pretty.
Definitely, man. And the thing that makes it best, the person he's doing it against, right? He's not doing this to someone who's new to the game. He's doing this to someone who's been playing this game for more than a decade.
That leg is very, very bad right now, though.
That uppercut. I'm surprised that didn't do enough damage there.
That leg is continuously flashing. We're only in the second round.
Oof. Beautiful.
I think he's just hoping he gets a finish before it becomes a real problem.
Nice minus way to the back.
I mean, if you're Slick, you've definitely got to hope that to be the case there, Satchmo, but he's doing a good job of landing on the head anytime he's trying to go on the leg kick, but you don't know which way it can go. That leg could give out at any time as he continues to chop at it.
No, I just don't know if the stamina will be there towards the next round. Beautiful, triple up on those kicks there.
Throwing everything he could, just interrupting the the answer back that Slick was trying to go, but at the cost of his stamina, and becoming a very, very problematic matchup now for Spider going into this third round. Lots of damage eaten, cardio now suffering as well. Slick looking very, very good, although his leg is very chopped up. He's going to need to protect that going into this round.
Yeah, if Spider wants to survive for a whole 5 rounds, he's going to need to go for some grappling approach. I don't see him being able to survive this low head health and this low stamina.
No, definitely. I'm actually, curious to see what Slick's going to answer with, because right now he is in Southpaw. He did have the whole fight in Orthodox, right? So I'm going to assume that the switch stats is not great for Trickzzy.
Yeah, you would imagine so. You wouldn't imagine that she's at the higher switch stance, but so far, Slick Colt is utilizing her well. I don't believe it makes a massive difference, the switch stance, but we're seeing, obviously, Spider just start to attack that other lead leg now, the right leg, but maybe not the stamina to continue that over the course of these next couple of rounds to really get an impact on it.
Yeah, the early body work from Slicko is paying huge dividends for him right now, especially on the cardio department, and he's still sticking with that need to interrupt, Spiders any reactive combos or sequences that he could initiate.
Landing some good shots to the body, catches the knee, tries to fire back, but we see Slick instantly and intelligently switching stance once again, trying to protect that left leg with everything that he's got.
It is taken away from his striking, though. Maybe he's just more comfortable in the orthodox stance, but I can definitely see him slowing down the combinations a little bit since he's switched to Southpaw.
Yeah, that is actually very, very good thing you paid attention to. As we say that, he does get a rock with a straight.
I need to shut up.
Oh, what a team!
Oh!
He lets him get up.
Disrespect.
Maybe they decided to just go for the knockout instead of jumping.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a gentleman's agreement there, but I don't know. That taunt at the end looked a little dangerous.
Yeah, this is not looking too good for Spider right now. He needs to make some serious changes. I don't know what he can do different right now, Cyrez.
Yeah, he is in very, very dark times. The head health hurting. Obviously, his legs starting to get chewed up a little bit as well, but he's trying everything he can, man. I'm not really going to try and give pointers to the striking legend of Spider in the striking accrement, but Slick's looking just so on point tonight, and honestly, maybe getting it right here.
Yeah, clearly, Silk is just at his best right now.
Literally, mate. The way he was composed after rocking Spider, not rushing that finish. Now that's what you want to see for someone who's going after that belt. It's that patience, right? To know when to push and when to wait for the, when to come to you. Gets the body rock down again.
Yeah, that's the thing when you have these two high-level strikers. Is just whoever's on that night, they're gonna be on. As you see, Slick is just putting on a show right now on his campmate.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the fact that you are absolutely right. Two very high-level strikers, and it wasn't so long ago that he was an average striker with phenomenal grappling, but Slick has really, really made adjustments to his game and looking phenomenal tonight. Once again, Spider is still in the fight, but he's having a massive uphill battle. Gonna find it incredibly hard to get anything going, since Slick is just looking on point, start to finish.
Oh my lord.
Knockout.
And there it is.
Beautiful striking from, Slick there.
Yes, sir, he looked phenomenal this evening. Chukagian as the pick, first Chukagian pick that I think that we've ever seen, doing so with phenomenal striking, able to outstrike Spider, which says it all. That was a phenomenal matchup, a phenomenal main event for this Monday evening. Hope you all enjoyed it. We are obviously going to be back next week now on Saturday with many, many more fights. Going to be having Styles up against the one and only EK Bang Bang after that performance in our co-main event of the evening. Very, very fun fight so far this evening. We're going to be very, very tough to pick who the performance awards go to there, Valentine. Any ones that stick out to yourself in particular there, brother?
It's very hard, mate. Honestly, a lot of fights. I mean, from memory, Slick and Spider, there was, I believe it was, I can't even remember now. It was just too many fights, mate. There was a duck hook knockout. Can't remember who that was against.
Yeah, no, quite honestly, start to finish.
Yeah, it's just crazy, mate. There was no subs, luckily, for us to choose from. But yeah, no, I honestly don't know who to give it to. The fight of the night, performance of the night, so it's going to be very hard to pick at this point.
I'm sure you got to remember the webcam and intro. They had a great fight to start us off in the early prelims. I remember Esau and Havoc. I think they had to combine like 10 stuns, something crazy like that.
Yes, they did.
A lot of great fights.
We need to go back and see the couple of the finishes to, give out those performance on.
For sure, brother, for sure. Well, stay right there for just a moment. If you do not know, there is a massive 5K tournament that is going to be coming up in the very, very near future with the ESFL greatest GOAT of them of all time. They're going to be playing across 3 tiles, UFC 2, UFC 3, UFC 4, with the best of 3 or best of 5 in the third round. Have to double check with their socials to find out all of the rules of it, of course. June 6th, 2 p.m. Central Time, going to be live on Twitch and YouTube. Make sure to check in on that biggest cash prize tourney I think we've ever had on the, within the community so far. And obviously ESFL put on one hell of a show to do so. We'll be back on next Saturday, of course, once again with Styles, the EK Bang Bang. You guys have a lovely evening. Pleasure calling the fights with you guys tonight. Obviously, we'll be raiding out in a second. But until then, stay safe. Much love. We'll catch you in the next one.